She got real mad at me last show.
And we are live. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Nice Game Podcast, Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast, episode number 19. We got inside the house, the star himself. We got the president of AMW, Tony Presley.
It's your guys' pleasure. Thank you.
That's right. And then we got to my left here, we got the one, the only wrestling encyclopedia, Sean Johns.
Well, hello, everybody.
And over to his immediate left, we got the one, the only Big Beard Dudley.
What's up, podcast world?
And next to him, we got the one, the only, the myth, the legend. We got Killian.
Sup?
What you been up to, Tony Presley?
Well, you know, just running this company and showing them that showing AMW that New South Wrestling is superior, and that's about it. That's what we're doing.
That's right. I mean, I've been seeing the good work that you've been doing. I can't believe there's people that's been trying to go against you.
Well, they'll learn. They'll learn the hard way that they'll fall in line and do what I want them to do, or I'll have them cleaning toilets.
That's right. And trust me, you don't want to clean toilets because I was put inside a position by Andy at one point back in 2024. And trust me, guys, you don't want to, because as soon as you do, he might give you a toothbrush, and that'll be your only cleaning utensil.
That's right. We'll make them clean them with whatever. Might have to do it by hand, with their hands.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah.
Then if they do good enough, then you hand them a brush.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have to earn their keep, but if they're smart, they'll fall in line with what I'm telling them to do and follow direction.
Yeah, if they do worse than what the hand has to their tongues.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Don't do
that.
that.
That boy is giving me some ideas here.
Oh, no.
Might have to bring him in like my personal hornswoggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that would be perfect.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're going to fall in line. They're going to do what I want them to do, and if they don't, they'll find themselves in the unemployment line like JR did.
Man, you heard the boss.
Man.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
heard
right.
that.
Boss, folks.
Yeah, Gary Ward found out real quick. We made him leave, and he didn't get to come back until his lawyers got involved, and then they forced me to let him come back. And then he put his hands on me, and I slapped the teeth out of his mouth.
He deserved it. Gary, you shouldn't have put your hands on the boss.
That's right. That's a bad recipe right there for a bad night.
Exactly. And earlier we were watching this, and we could hear J.R. Rock opening his mouth about you.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
I really was listening there, and I heard Rated X Jimmy Walls, and he's already been suspended once, and I might put him on the long ship overseas if he keeps on messing with me.
Uh-oh.
You would take that after you let him go and have that vacation. Now he would come back with a chipper, attitude. But instead he comes back and he's ungrateful toward you.
Oh, they're all ungrateful. They want to know why I'm in the company, what I'm doing, and I'm just tired of all of the disrespect from AMW, because New South is superior, and my guys are going to run roughshod on this company.
That's right.
We're going to show them who's the best. We have all the titles right now. We have all the championships.
That right
Stan
there.
Sierra, the heavyweight champion of New South.
Yep.
We have the box office blondes, Rex and Swayze. They are, for 2 years, been the New South Tag Team champions.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, we have all the gold over here with us. All the gold. We have Misery, who's the Kentucky heavyweight champion.
Hell yeah. And Chris Crow just chimed in. He said, hell, everyone knows that Tony knows what's best for business. That's right.
That's right. Chris Crow knows. He was part of New South. He knows what's going on.
That's right.
He knows where the best product is.
Exactly. And I think that all those guys that's getting mad at you, they're just projecting because they know that you're better looking. They know that you're better.
We all know that, right?
Exactly.
Is that right? Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that.
And think about this. They're all getting mad at you because you're doing things right and they weren't doing anything good.
That's what I mean. They don't understand that with all the experience I got. That everybody says, Tony, why did you change your views, and why are you acting the way you're acting? I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired of having to listen to all these people whine and cry and moan and bitch and gripe about what's going on in the wrestling business. I have so much experience in this business. I am tired of just listening to these crybabies. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to show them who's the boss, who knows best, and then we're going to change this company and make it better.
That's right.
And if they don't like it and they don't want to do it my way, they can get the if they don't want to listen to me, then I'll get Stan Sierra to whoop some ass.
That's right. And they don't want that because they know that Stan Sierra and Mr. Higgins come as a combo pack.
That's right. Stan Sierra knew what was best. He had watched New South all along. He knew who to align. He's a smart guy.
That's right.
And he knows where the next meal ticket's at. He knows where the next big thing is at. And he knew New South Wrestling was.
That's right.
So that's our captain, and he's going to run roughshod on anybody that has something to do with taking out New South Wrestling.
That's right. And Kyle Maggart should have seen it coming. Apparently, they thought that they knew everything. Stan Sierra made the smartest decision I've ever seen him make when he joined New South Wrestling.
Well, like I said before the other night, I said that it's my mission to take everything that Kyle Maggart has. I'm going to take his pride from him. I'm going to take his livelihood from him. And I might even just take his wife from him.
Ooh. Hey, you could do it. She is a beautiful woman.
Well, after I'm done, she'll be throwing rocks at him.
Woo!
So I'm going to take everything that Kyle Maggart has to take. If there's something to take, I'm going to take it from him.
That's right.
Until he has nothing left, because I can't stand Kyle Maggart. He's a thorn in my side. He was a thorn in my side at New South. So that everybody asked me, Rated X Jimmy Walls asked me, why did you sell? Why did you sell? I had a bigger plan. It wasn't just selling. I had a bigger plan, a smarter mind.
That's right.
And that was to get inside. And he wasn't smart enough to read the paperwork. He let my attorneys do that. And I put it in the paperwork that I then would run both companies and own both companies. So who really sold?
Exactly.
Right.
If he thought that he was smarter, why did he let you turn?
Yeah, that's right. Who's the boss?
Exactly.
Who signs the checks?
Exactly.
Who tells him what to do?
Tony Presley.
That's me.
does.
And if he keeps on messing with me, he'll be wearing his AMW shirt, doing DoorDash.
Oh, and he should know that you mean business when you say that.
That's right. That's exactly right. And when I mean business, that's exactly what it is, business.
Exactly, because you already made that clear when you made Jimmy Wall take that vacation. You told him, my word is law, you're going to do this, don't you be coming back. And, of course, there's always got to be them wanting to have their attorneys in to try to make themselves come back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so tired of them thinking that they write something or tell something or that they decide something, because they don't decide nothing, Jack.
Yep.
I decided.
Exactly.
And if they don't want to fall in line, then they'll go to the back of the line.
That's right.
So that's the way it's going to go.
Same thing with Marty Clay. I was expecting him to fall in line, but here lately I've seen our champion just kind of not even trying to be in line with New South Wrestling. It's like he has forgotten all that hospitality that you showed him over those last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, Marty Clay was a New South guy, so he was with us. He held championships with us. I put him in a lot of really good light, and I wanted him to be a part of this this new takeover, and he didn't want to do that. So what did he get? He got the Kyle Maggart treatment.
That's right.
And that's my new phrase, my new saying is the Kyle Maggart treatment. I see someone on the side of the street that don't act right, I'm going to smack them and give them the Kyle Maggart treatment, because that's what they need.
That's what they deserve. Because why won't you fall in line? You're a great boss. You proved that. Kyle Maggart should fall in line, but he didn't.
Yeah. I mean, just look, Andy said the wrong thing to me, and I told him he wasn't allowed in the studio. Now you're here.
Right.
So, I mean, when I talk, things happen.
That's right. Emily Rose said, hi, Dad.
Oh, hey, Sam. Hey, kiddo.
Heck yeah. But that's the truth. You told Andy, hit the road, Jack, because he said something that you didn't approve. Because tonight's all about Tony Presley.
That's right. I kicked him out of his own studio.
That's right, because you had the stroke.
That's right. That's exactly it. And he's going to listen.
That's right.
And you see he ain't here, is he?
Exactly.
That's right. Who's here? You?
Yep.
That's right, because you knew how to fall in line.
Exactly.
That's right.
And then this Sunday, as we can see right here, we got a whole stacked card.
Oh, I put all these matches together, and all of them have meaning, and they're all, these are going to be blockbuster matches, so you need to really make sure that you make it out here.
That's right.
On Sunday, June the 15th, Father's Day.
Yep.
At the Lexington Ice Center. That's the place I built.
That's right, you did.
No, who made that place famous?
You
Me.
did.
That's right. That's right. I made it famous.
That's right.
So, but we've got some huge matches. We got that tag team gauntlet, 5 tag teams are vying to be the AMW Tag Team Champions. As they don't have a Tag Team Champions right now because the titles got held up.
That's right.
Bobby Blaze. And Bobby Blaze, you got on TV and you said that you trump me because you're GM. Listen here, Jack. GM never trumps CEO.
That's
so
right.
I still am the boss. And if you want to run your mouth, you can show up at the Ice Center and I might knock your teeth out.
Ooh.
So it's going to be 5. He did make a match, and I'm going to honor this match. So it's 5 tag teams. You got Grappling Inc., who gave the champions all they could handle. Yep. And there was a controversial finish on that, so that's why the titles got held up. So you got What's Best for Business. We don't know where Chris Crow's been.
Yeah.
So Eric's going to have to find him a partner.
Yes, he will.
And we don't know who that's going to be yet. We don't even know if he has a partner.
Exactly.
So those 2 teams are in it. You got Bo James and Corey Sparks in there. You got the Country Gentlemen in there, which we know Will from New South.
That's right.
And then you got the Heat Seekers. Now, these guys have been well-traveled. They're good guys. They're talented. They're hard workers. They've been everywhere. But, they kind of ran their mouth to me when they was drawing out their name.
Oh, no.
And I had to put them in their place and let them know that I'm the boss here.
Exactly.
And I'm not no little guy either. I'm a big guy. Exactly. And I can back it up.
Exactly.
So, and they backed down and they did what was supposed to be done. But we'll see which one of these 5 teams come out on top. And then whoever comes out on top, they're going to be the tag team champs. But just know that the best tag team champs are the Box Office Blondes, my guys.
That's right.
The New South tag team champs.
That's right. There's no question in my mind.
That's right. That's the tag team.
So they're
That's right.
vying for
You speak facts, they speak
That's right.
facts.
They're vying for the number 2 tag team. That's
Yes,
exactly
right.
right. Because New South is superior.
Yes.
Hell yeah, it is.
That's right. But then there's a lot of other matches. You got Marcus Johnson, who just won that briefcase where he can pick any champion that he wants. He's going against Maximo Suave. And hey, Maximo's good. He's well-traveled.
He is.
All over the place. So that's going to be an explosive match. 2 young guys, full of energy, full of high-flying moves. That's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah, it will.
Then you got 2 veterans that are going to be wrestling each other in Zodiac, Michael Zodiac. Now, he's lost the mask. It's brought out a whole new side of him. He's kind of lost his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to happen with that. And he's taking on one of the most talented guys in AMW, and I've had my eye on because he might end up being a New South guy because that guy is good in every aspect of the ring, outside the ring, just psychology. That guy's good. Lord Murphy Koski.
Hell yeah.
And that's going to be for the AMW Southwestern Championship.
That would be a good choice to bring in.
So that's a heck of a title match right there. And that's enough for any show.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
But we ain't done yet. As they say, we're not done yet.
That's right.
You got the New South Tag Team Champions. Once I say it again, the Box Office Blondes, Big Rex and Swayze have been my champions for 2 solid years.
That's right.
They've dominated the whole locker room. You saw what they did last week on AMW Showdown when we left everybody in the ring laying. So we left Billy Gunn, WWE Hall of Famer, laying. We left Kyle Maggart laying. We left everybody, John Noble, laying. Marty Clay, laying. Everybody was laying down to my guys.
Exactly.
And I'll be at ringside, too, and that's a difference maker as well. The man who writes the checks, the 3-time New South Heavyweight Champion, myself.
That's right.
We will be there.
And they can't stop you either. If you want to be ringside, you're going to be ringside.
That's right. I'll be wherever I want to be. If I want to be referee, I'll do that.
Exactly.
And if they don't like it, I'll fire them. And
That's
then they'll
right.
be washing dishes down the street.
That's right.
They might be delivering your food on the next podcast.
That's true.
That works.
And then they're going to be taking on Marty Clay, who's the AMW Heavyweight Champion, and he has to find a partner, which if they're going against my guys, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
And even if they do find a partner, Kyle Maggart thought that he was real smart going and getting Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for him? He was laying smack
that
dab
well.
in the middle of the ring with all of our feet on him.
Exactly.
So it don't matter who Marty Clay picks. He has no shot.
That's right.
So y'all come take your pictures and get your autographs from Marty Clay because it's probably going to be the last time you ever see him.
Yeah, because he should have fallen in line.
That's right. That's exactly right. What a good Father's Day present is to put him in the hospital.
That's
Speaking
right.
of Marty Clay, he does have a autograph signing at Matt's Games and Collectibles here in Lexington this Saturday, starting at 1 p.m.
That's one of our sponsors, and you probably want to get over and get that autograph from Marty Clay because that's probably going to be your last opportunity. Because he's probably going to be in a coma after Sunday.
Yeah, Marty Clay, sorry, brother. You might be inside coma after Sunday, so fans, go out there and get you one last autograph from him.
You better get it quick because I don't even know if he's going to be able to write.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be feeding through a tube after Sunday.
I can tell.
That's right, because you don't mess with New South Wrestling,
Exactly.
and especially Rex and Swayze.
Exactly.
Those are my monsters, and they're going to destroy him.
Exactly. Plus, I thought that he would have followed the line because of all the hospitality that you showed him for years and years. He won championships. He was treated with respect, and he don't fall in line. He's acting like he's owing Kyle Maggard something. He don't owe that man nothing.
Well, now, what I want to know here, Johnny, what I really want to know though, is we trying to figure out whose partner was going to be best for business's partner. We Adrian Alexander was out there and he was interviewing people and trying to figure it all out. And we thought maybe CJ might be it.
Yeah.
But we found out he was looking for the food stamp line.
Oh, no.
And not trying. So what I'm wondering, was you in that line? Was you in there trying to interview to be the partner?
No, brother.
All right, because if you're going to get in there, I need to know because I write the checks.
Exactly.
That is the rumor that is not making
Now, if you are trying to be a partner, you might want to be his partner in the tag team gauntlet because you definitely don't want to be Marty Clay's partner.
Exactly.
Because anybody that's Marty Clay's partner is going to probably be in a hospital bed beside him.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's, whoever's trying to vie for that spot, that might not be a wise choice.
Yeah.
It's not a good investment, as they say. You know what I'm saying?
And you never know who AJ Alexander is going to find as his. Eric Porter, he's still trying to find his. I think Marty Clay, I don't think he will be able to find anyone.
I wonder if Rated X Jimmy Wall is going to jump in there since he's so much against me and he's so AMW prone. I hope he does get in there because I'd sure like to get him a hip replacement.
I think that he might because with the way he was talking earlier tonight, he was talking about, I want to see Tony Presley get knocked out. I want to see his teeth get knocked out.
Well, I'm going to be out at ringside, so I hope he is in there so I can give him a close-up fist from Tony Presley.
Just like he did Gary.
That's right, exactly. I'm not afraid to do anything. I'm a 25-year veteran. I'll fight. I'm not worried about it.
That's right.
I didn't just wake up the other day and fall off a turnip truck. I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
Bobby Green said, can I tag with him?
Come on, bring yourself out there, Bobby Green. I'll pop you in your mouth too.
Oh, you heard it here first. If Bobby Green shows up, Tony Presley just might pop inside the mouth.
That's right. Get on up in the ring, Bobby. It won't be the first time me and you locked horns.
It sounded like he wanted to team up with Marty Clay.
That's right. Come on out. Come on out. I'm not afraid. I ain't against it. I ain't never been afraid of a fight, and I ain't starting right now. You know.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's why you're the boss.
And then on top of that, we got some more big matches. That's a main event anywhere you go right there. The
Yep.
box office blondes.
Yep.
With me at ringside, that's worth price of admission right there.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, shoo-wee. Good Lord. And I tell you, we ain't done.
You still got more on the card.
We got more. As they say, we got more. And
We
here
got
it is.
more.
Kyle Maggard. The thorn in my side.
Yep.
The guy who I cannot stand.
Yep.
The guy that I want to see someone stomp his ass and walk it dry.
That's right.
Well, who's that going to be? My monster. The Kentucky heavyweight champion, Misery.
He's going to destroy him. Sorry, Mike.
The 7-foot monster. I've given that guy one objective.
Yep.
That objective is to destroy Kyle Maggard. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Kyle thinks he's going to come in and win that Kentucky title back because he held it for New South before. Well, he's going to find out real quick. The only thing he's going to be holding is his teeth in his hands.
That's
because Misery is going to put him down.
That's right.
You know, since I've been in AMW, there's been a familiar place Kyle Maggard's been, and that's on the canvas looking at the lights.
Exactly. I've noticed that too. He's always looking up at the lights. Yeah, he thinks he's going to take out the Misery.
Instead of being a wrestler, he should have been an electrician because he sure looks at the lights a lot.
He's definitely an electrician more than he is a wrestler.
That's exactly right.
And Misery's going to destroy. I predict that Misery's going to tear him apart piece by piece.
Well,
he ain't going to leave nothing.
Two-time Kentucky heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and he's a two-time Kentucky heavyweight champion.
Who did he defeat? Kyle Maggard.
That's right,
Yes,
Kyle
that's
Maggard.
right.
And the encyclopedia, he knows.
That's right.
Ask the encyclopedia who is the best wrestling company in the state of Kentucky.
New South Wrestling.
Exactly.
Not even a question.
Not
Exactly.
Who's the best owner in Kentucky.
Tony Presley.
Tony Presley.
Everybody's a consensus
That's
on
right.
this, right?
That's right.
And they're coming into my backyard, the place I built in
That's
Lexington, Kentucky. This is New South Country.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're going to find out real quick
Exactly.
this Sunday night.
They think that they're going to come out there and show up and say AMW's better, but New South has always been the best wrestling company that there is. And Tony Presley has always been the best wrestling president and owner that there is.
Yeah, and people have been asking me lately is why did New South go away? What happened with it? New South didn't go nowhere.
That's right.
That was
New
my
South-
question. That was going to be my question a couple months ago was what happened in New South? Why? You know, what happened? But over the course of the last couple months, we see why. What happened? You didn't sell, you bought.
That's right. We didn't sell. We didn't go anywhere. New South's not gone. New South we conjoined
Yep.
with AMW, and we're a bigger, better company because
That's
of it.
right.
What happened? What happened when some of the other bigger companies, I won't say their names, bought out another company? They swallowed them up.
Yep.
And then they got better. Well, that's what we're doing to AMW. We're going to swallow them up, and we're
That's
going to
right.
get better.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And plus, you were doing this. You were smart.
That's right.
Whereas Kyle Maggart was not using his head because when has that guy ever used his head?
Well, I mean, he don't use it very much except for looking at the lights.
That's true.
He does that really well.
Yeah.
But then if you think, man, that's a main event for the ages right there. Those two big guys. Whoa, wow. We ain't done yet.
Woo.
Oh, sir, not even
You're looking
close.
at the big main event is going to be my captain, the New South heavyweight champion, Stan Sierra.
That's right.
And he's going to be taking on who? He's going to be taking on TNA legend and WWE star James Storm.
Wow.
That's right.
That's
right. And that's going to be one heck of a match.
It will be. And James, I gotta tell you though, brother, you don't want none of Stan Sierra because sexy Stan Sierra has held the AMW title for 2,000 plus days, and now he's holding the New South Championship, and he's gonna hold that one. I guarantee it for just as long as he did the AMW title. You don't want none, James Storm. I'm sorry, brother.
He wants to.
And not only that, who's going to be at Stan Sierra's side?
Tony Presley.
Exactly. The boss is going to be
That's
right,
right.
there.
And that makes the biggest difference.
At ringside, and I'm going to watch it close and personal. And then when we're all said and done, and after the match is over, I'm going to look over at Cowboy James Storms and say, sorry about your damn luck.
That's right, because it will be sorry about his damn luck.
That's
Because he
right.
thought they was going to come in and take the title from your captain. But here's the thing. Your captain is one of the smartest men that there is. Sexy Stan Sierra doesn't just wrestle anyone. He's going to come in with a game plan already.
Well, it's like everybody said. They was wondering what Stan was going to do, what Stan was going to do. Stan's a smart man. He knew all along from the very beginning. He knew where he wanted to be. He wanted to be on the best train running. And
That's
the
right.
best train running is New South Wrestling.
right.
And that's where he aligned himself because he knows New South is what's in. He knows, people always can figure out if they're smart when to jump ship.
That's
when to
right.
get off a sinking ship, he knew when to get off a sinking ship because he knew that the biggest freight liner on the ocean that's New South
That's
Wrestling,
right.
baby, and that's where he jumped to,
That's right.
and that's why he's a smart man, and that's why he's the New South heavyweight champion.
That's the smartest decision that he's ever made in his life. He saw just how low Kyle Maggart was. Because look at this. Kyle Maggart thought that he had all the answers. But then Stan Sierra said, just when you think that you have all the answers, I changed the fucking question.
Look at that moment right there on that screen. The guy, the people can't see it, but they can go watch AMW Showdown
right.
on YouTube and see it. That's a sight right there. You see all of my guys, the box office blondes. You got Stan Sierra, you got Misery, and
That's
myself, all wearing New South shirts, all standing right on top of Kyle
That's
Maggart.
right.
That
And
was-
look
that
at
was
this.
visual.
This was after that.
And about Misery destroying the other guy, but he's gonna be next to Marty Clay in his bed. And then,
Marty Clay's nowhere near better than my guys. Any one of my guys could take that belt off of him in a snap,
That's right.
if I say so.
That's right.
But right now, we want Kyle Maggart to feel pain. That's what my goal is for Kyle
right.
Maggart to feel pain. And when I'm finished with Kyle Maggart, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah,
You know, I'm a
you
nice
are.
guy. So
The nicest guy.
after we're done with him and we beat him down and take everything he's got and his dignity and everything from him, I'm not going to fire him.
Yep.
I'm going to give him a job. I got a perfect job for him.
Alright,
He
that's
can
right.
run and get my coffee.
Hey.
He can bring me snacks. And then when we're all done, he can plunge out the toilets and clean them up and get it ready.
That's the best job he could ever
I'm going to
have.
give him a good job that he can be proud of, something he's good at.
He would definitely be proud of that job. Because that's exactly what he deserves
Yeah.
after everything that he's done. I mean, look at that. New South standing tall while Kyle Macker's just laying there crying.
He lays on the ground really good.
Look at him. He's crying.
He's a natural down there.
Exactly. He's crying. He's just laying there listening to what Stan Sierra has to say to him.
It's
He
almost
just
like
know.
Stan Sierra's reading him a bedtime story and tucking him to bed. Yeah,
It does.
It's a good place for Kyle Maggart. I love having Kyle Maggart right there.
It sure does, because Kyle Macker should have known. You keep on going to someone like Stan Sierra and you're crying, that's just going to make Stan say, you know what? This is a sinking ship. I'll put my eggs in his basket.
That's right. You know, 20-something years, 20 plus years. Actually, man, it's been more than that because I got into business back in 1996. So that's 30 years.
Whew.
30 years into, 29 years into the business.
right.
That is the experience that shows you what that guy's doing right there on the middle of the mat.
Exactly.
Because I don't care how smart you think you are, it never equates to experience.
That's right.
He thought that he was signing papers to take over New South and buy New. That he was buying New South. He found out the hard way that I know what's best. That's why he's laying on the mat right there, and he's telling the referee, "I might need a stretcher.
Yeah.
I might need somebody to get me out of here."
That's true. And Kenny Cummins, hey, what's up, brother?
What up, Kenny?
He's tuning in because he knows where his eggs should be.
That's
It's
right.
with Tony
I
Presley.
bet you Kenny Cummins is coming to the show wearing a New South shirt.
That's
I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
Exactly, because New South's where it's at.
Everybody knows New South rules the wrestling.
right.
That's right. Everybody knows it. Look at all the New South shirts.
I mean, look at that. Is a
Those are
great
beautiful. Those are
T-shirt.
beautiful.
And the New
think I
South
got
shirts
the
are
gray.
on sale right now. They are on sale at the Pro Wrestling Tees. You can get them for $15.
Ooh, that's a good deal.
You can get them all day long. Long sleeves, short sleeves, whatever you want. Go there tonight. Get them. Have them. Wear them. Show everybody who's the best, because New South is the best. Everybody says,
Right.
Tony, why'd you change your colors? Why are you such a bad guy? I'm not bad. I'm just being real, man.
Yeah, you were never bad. What they're saying is bad. It's just you being honest.
That's right. Honesty is the best policy from what I've been told.
Exactly.
And the honesty is New South Wrestling's better than AMW. And that if you don't believe that, then you ain't very smart.
That's right, because New South was one of the best companies in Kentucky, and it still is. And to this day, AMW is lucky to have AMW have New South with them, and also have you as their new president.
You know, and the only person on that commentary team that understands that is Bobby Blade.
That's true.
He's the only one, and I think we might just have to do something for Bobby, because Bobby's been right there on my side the whole time. He agrees with he sees the vision.
That's right.
These other guys don't see the vision. I might have to get them out.
Yeah.
You know, I might have to get them out of there. You know, I've already tried to show JR that, you know, he tried to be nice and do what I told him and go get a hot dog for me. But,
Yep.
you know, I can't let him eat a hot dog in front of me, so I took his from him too.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, the boss gets his before you get yours.
That's right. I mean, does he think that the boss shouldn't have his first?
That's right. I don't think he deserves to eat one at all.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I'm the boss.
Exactly.
When I pay him, he gets his check, he can go down the street
That's
and
right.
get him some McDonald's or something.
That's right. That punch that you gave Gary deserved it.
I mean, now he's got a dental bill. How about
Exactly.
that? He's got to go get him a dental bill, and that's going to take all his money.
Exactly.
You don't put your hands on me.
Exactly. And JR shouldn't be getting up from the commentary table like he's going to do something to you, because you would have laid him out too.
Well, I did. I hit him and threw him into the ring.
Hey, that's another disability for him.
But he can't go do nothing with his attorneys because he put his hands on me.
That's right. Because he should have known.
That's right.
Don't be coming out there like he's going to do something, because you would lay his ass out just like you did Gary.
That's right. I don't take no crap from nobody.
That's right. And if Brady X had gotten up from his little come to the table and put his hands on you, he would have got the same thing.
I slapped taste out of Rated X.
That's right.
I hit him so hard that his name be Rated Q.
Oh. Hey, that is true. His head is a cue ball.
Well, it's going to be when I hit him with my Q stick.
That's true. Hey, Barry, watch his mouth because we saw earlier, we were listening, he was talking all that jibber jab. If he's not careful, you just might do to him what you've already done to JR and Gary.
Yeah, and you know, if you just can't get enough and you can't wait till Sunday, you know what? We have a show going on tomorrow night out in Hazard, Kentucky, at the Hazard County Fair. So if you want to make it a little short drive out to Hazard, up in the mountains, you can see me coming out to the ring with Stan Sierra, the champion, tomorrow night in Hazard, Kentucky. So,
hey guys, that's what y'all should be doing tomorrow.
And that match ain't televised. So if you want to see what's happening and what New South's doing, you got to come out to that show.
That's right.
And it's at a fair too. So after that show, you can go out and ride rides, and you can have fun.
Yep.
And you can be happy, and then get yourself ready for Sunday.
That's right.
But tomorrow night, I'll be there. I'm making the drive.
Hell
I'll be there.
because you know why? Because that's the boss right there. If y'all ain't going to get off your lazy bums and go there, what are you doing with your life? Because watching what they do is what you need to do before June 15th. Because then you'll know and be caught up with everything that's about to go down this Sunday night, Father's Day. Also, bring your dads.
And you never know, too, on Sunday, you never know what Tony Presley might do, because I'm really good at surprising people and doing things. Well, in my 2 years of running New South, we had all kinds of surprises that popped up. Well, you never know what's going to happen. That's the thing. I don't know so much about AMW, but New South Wrestling, you always want to come to the show.
That's right.
And you didn't want to miss it because you never knew what we was going to do.
That's right.
No different here because I'm running things.
That's
so
right.
You never know what might happen. Anything could pop up. Anything could happen. And if you ain't there, you missed it.
That's right.
You'll be really bad, upset that you did.
That's right. They would be regretting, because I'm telling you guys, Sunday night, that's the best place to take your dad. Because it's Father's Day. Take him some good old professional wrestling, because not only that, you're just going to be seeing Tony Presley there. You're going to be seeing Marty Clay there, and he's going to get destroyed. And you're also going to see Kyle Maggart get destroyed on top of that. So that's a package deal right there to go out there and check out.
And it'll be our first time back in the Ice Center in 2 years.
Hell yeah.
We packed that place every time we were there, and we're expecting no different from this Sunday night. You better get out there early, because there's going to be a line out the door, and the tickets are going to sell fast.
That's right.
So you better get out there. And we're not going to be in the big gym that had the two big gyms where we had all kinds of space and you could fit 1,000 people in there. We're going to be in the back gym, which is a little bit smaller area, more intimate. So you're not going to be able to get as many people in there. So you better get out there early, get your tickets. You can go online and get your tickets right now. You can go to the AMW Facebook page. You can go to the AMW website, and you can go ahead and buy those tickets, pre-purchase them now, because it's going to be big.
That's right.
And you know, when Tony Presley's in charge, you look at this card right here. When things happen and Tony Presley's in charge, it's big, big nights of action right here. This is what that's going to be.
That's right.
And the price of admission, you're going to get to see me.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's worth enough
That
right
is
there.
worth
Get
it.
your cameras out.
That's right.
You know, I mean, you don't even need filters.
Exactly.
You got me in the camera. You don't even need a filter.
You'll do a 5-second post for them.
That's right. And I mean, you might be able to sell that online.
Exactly.
I mean, it's probably going to be worth something.
Exactly, because you're famous compared to all the other jacklegs out there.
You got to watch them now. A lot of people try to imitate you. You know, that's supposed to be the biggest form of flattery.
Yeah.
But you can't imitate the best.
Yeah, you can't.
You know.
That's
Well,
true.
You know, that's only half the quote.
Yeah.
Flattery is the best form of, or imitation is the best form of flattery from the mediocre.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
But you can't imitate the best.
Right.
They can
That's
try, but they can't imitate me.
Exactly.
You got to have brain power and the looks.
Exactly.
You know?
And they all need to fall in line and understand that Tony Presley is best for business.
Anywhere in the world.
That's right.
I don't care if I was working at Chipotle. I'm best for business.
That's right.
That's right.
Any
right.
place around here would be lucky to have Tony Presley.
That's right.
I know Kentucky wrestling ain't the same without you.
right.
I ain't went nowhere yet.
Exactly.
I'm just getting
Well,
started,
you took
as they
a
say.
little hiatus. We were worried.
Oh, I had a plan all along.
He was smart though.
Oh,
Yeah.
we know,
Because
we know
he's
now.
buying his time.
Yeah, I had a plan. People don't realize what they have until it's gone.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I get people where they're worried and wondering and missing you, and then I made my move on AMW.
You're
That's
a genius,
right.
man.
And we ain't even started yet. You ain't seen the tip of the iceberg yet. We're not even close to being done. I've got a big plan for AMW, and when it's all said and done, New South's going to stake the flag right in the middle, and we're going to dominate that company.
That's right. Kyle Maggard should have seen it come, but you know what? Kyle Maggard never was smart.
Well, that's all right. Kyle Maggard can drive me around from show to show, and he
Hey.
can get my bags for me, and
That's a great job for him.
I'll get something for that guy to do.
Exactly.
I mean, he can be a serviceable hand if he just falls in line. But
Exactly.
when I'm done beating the snot out of him, he'll fall in line.
Exactly. Because this Sunday, he's dealing with a monster. So he better come there prepared because Misery is looking like someone that wants to pick this man apart.
Have you ever stood beside Misery?
I have.
Yeah.
He is a monster.
He is.
He is a monster.
He overtowers even Kyle Maggard because last time I saw those two face to face, he made Kyle Maggard look like a small child. I think I'm pretty scared for Kyle Maggard. He's destroyed this Sunday.
Well, I hope Kyle Maggard has a really good insurance policy because he's going to need it.
Exactly. Because
I hope he's got Aflac, as they say, because he's going to need somebody to take care of his wife when he's
Exactly.
down and out and can't make no money.
They still got,
Exactly.
Lords of London.
Lords of London.
What's that?
exactly, he's going to need someone to take care of his wife because after Misery's done with him, there won't be no Kyle Maggard left.
Well, y'all might have to start a GoFundMe page for him or something, try to help him out.
Hey, we
Because-
might have to, but there's also the other job they could be doing for you, being a gopher. I mean, yeah, you could find some way for someone that's injured to help you
Well,
out.
I mean, when he's in his wheelchair, I can get him to ride around in his wheelchair and get me the
Yeah.
stuff that he needs. And,
exactly.
I mean,
He'll still be useful.
yeah, I mean, I can use him somehow.
Exactly.
He could be a good hat rack back in the back.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we could put all the gear on him. Yeah,
And
that'd
and
be a good idea.
And if these two jacklegs continue to not show you any respect, they could be some gophers.
Yeah, they'd be good gophers. They look like they're hairy enough.
Exactly.
And about
They can get you things. They can get you drinks. Well, I wouldn't trust them with your drinks, but they can get you things.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, some of those guys, you got to watch them. They got baby oil.
Exactly.
Because now the Diddy's gone. It's back out on the shelves again.
Exactly. You gotta watch out for
You
it.
got to watch those guys. Now, these guys are monsters right here.
That's right. Those are stars.
Big time stars. You see the way they beat down Billy Gunn?
Yep.
That sidewalk slam, oh my God. Whew. It rattled him from front
That's
to back
right.
and his insides. Whew.
That's right.
Any lesser man, Billy Gunn's a jacked, amazing specimen. If that had been a regular man, it broke him in half.
Exactly.
and
And look at that.
how about
Compare.
Misery? He's Jason Voorhees mixed with Andre the Giant.
Now, that's a good reference.
That is a
the
good
reincarnation.
reference.
That's a good reference. You talk about that. I really think that Misery, he probably could be one of those serial killers. He's that big.
yeah.
He's that menacing. He's that,
Jason Voorhees, perfect.
and he don't stop. You hit him, he keeps coming,
That's right.
just like those guys. So that's a good reference.
Yep.
You might be my hornswoggle yet.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I might have to get a shillelagh with him.
That's right. Give him a little green suit so he can start whacking people with the shillelagh if they get on your bad side.
We need it to shimmer like your jacket.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wear the little shimmering hat as well.
Well, we know he's got a belt already because
Yep.
his dad bought a belt from me, and I know he's got that belt.
That's right.
You better take pride in that belt. That came from me.
That's right.
That's
Because
right.
New South is the best company that there is, best owner, best everything.
That's right.
And this Sunday, they're about to show y'all why they're the best company.
And you can't go wrong wanting to grow up and be like me.
Yes.
That's right.
That's something to strive for.
Yeah,
That's
be a-
right.
be a
That's a
champion
role model.
Just like you.
That's right. Be just like me.
See, that's a role model right there. See
Yeah.
that? No one wants to be like Kyle Maggard. They want to be like Tony
Yeah,
Presley.
who wants to be like Kyle Maggard? That's
Exactly.
boring.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want that for my worst enemy. I mean,
Me
who wants
either.
that?
Yeah, we're watching Kyle Maggart take chair shots from Misery.
What?
I really don't want to be
Well
Kyle Maggart there.
deserved.
Well, ever since that I've been involved and taken over AMW, that's what Kyle Maggart's been getting a lot of beat downs and kicked out of the arena,
Yep.
and he's starting to find his place and know where his role is in this
That's
company.
right. He should have known his role from the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. He should have figured it out, but he ain't the smartest guy.
That's true.
So sometimes you just got to beat some sense into those kind of
Yep.
guys.
Sometimes you just gotta beat some sense, beat the hell out of them until they finally go, okay, yes, sir. Please, sir. May I have another?
That's what we got to do to Marty Clay. He's
That's
just
right.
a mountain country boy, and we're going to have to beat some city into him. That's all we got to
Exactly.
do.
Because you would have thought that he would have been appreciative of everything New South did for him. And yet, he's choosing AMW over New South.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I just don't understand. He wants to align himself with that guy that coached him, John Noble. John Noble's on his way out. He's a has-been. He ain't here no more.
Never was.
Why would you want to align yourself with somebody that's leaving?
Exactly.
I don't. What are you going to do? Follow him to the nursing home?
Exactly. He knows damn well that John Noble's out the door. So why the heck would you follow him out the door?
Yeah, well, sometimes people want to play follow the leader, hide and seek, all that. But then we're going to find him, and then
Yeah.
we're going to beat him down. That's what's going
That's
to
true.
happen.
That's sad to say.
When I'm all done with with Marty Clay, he's going to find out that he'll have to work his way back up into my good graces, and then
Yep.
we'll put him into some opening matches, and put him starting a show off, and
That's right.
put him where he really should be because he won't fall in line with me. Now, here's the thing: Marty Clay is probably one of the most talented young wrestlers that I've ever been associated with in the state of Kentucky. I'll give him his due. When he was in New South, we tried to put him in all the top light,
Yeah.
put him against the best stars that was coming in, because I really believed a lot in Marty Clay.
Yep.
I believe Marty Clay can make it to the next level, and I believe that Marty Clay could be the biggest thing. He just don't have a very good head on his shoulders, and he's listening to people like Kyle Maggart and people like John Noble that are giving him bad direction.
Yeah.
So he just needs to listen to me,
Exactly.
because if he would listen to me, I could tell him everything he needs to know and get him where he wants to be.
Exactly.
I don't
Because if
understand.
he was smart, he'd be taking your advice. Because you're the man with the plan, and like you proved to Kyle Maggart, you're always constantly thinking up a scheme compared to what Kyle Maggart would be.
You look at the top guys in this company. The top guys, we're a dominant force, New South
That's right.
Wrestling.
Yep.
I don't see anybody on AMW's roster that could even hold a candle to one of my champions.
That's right.
We're dominant. We're the best team out there.
That's right.
Our four guys could dominate that whole division.
Hey, that's true.
So why wouldn't you want to align with that?
Exactly.
I just don't understand. I guess him and CJ will be in the food stamp line together.
That's what it sounds like.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't understand what they're doing, but we'll show them.
That's right.
If you don't align with New South, you're
That's
just setting
right.
yourself up for failure and
That's
destruction.
right. And if you're not lying with them, you might as well hit the door.
Yeah, we'll kick them out like we did Andy.
That's right.
Yep.
Because Andy shouldn't have smarted off like
yeah.
he did.
Yeah, I'm just tired of it. But we don't care if his picture's up here on the wall. I'll make this the Johnny Lee show from now
That's
on.
right. Because New South Wrestling is where it's at. A lot of people should have known that. Marty Clay should have known that. I don't know why he's going for AMW, but once he gets a little bit of sense beaten to him, he's going to be saying, yes, New South, yes, sir,
Well, if
please.
he's smart, he'll be doing that.
Exactly.
He's smart. But you're going to see, and I told the people, all the people that's the higher ups of AMW, that when this comes back to Lexington, Kentucky, when this comes to the Ice Center, you're going to see New South country,
That's right.
because it's the place I built.
Exactly.
The people in Lexington know who the best is.
That's right.
They know New South is superior,
That's right.
and that's what's going to show up and show out. You watch and see.
That's why I'm going to be wearing my New South shirt and my New South
Well,
hat.
you're a smart guy. Who would want to wear the other company in there? New South is the
Exactly.
superior company.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm gonna go around, explain one word. You would explain Tony. How would you explain him in one word?
What was the question?
He wants to know how you would describe me in one word.
How would I describe Tony in one word? Is genius.
That's right.
I mean, nothing short
Smartest
of genius.
man.
Major pain.
Yeah.
Fearless.
Fearless. I like
right.
that. And I can cause pain too.
That's right.
So you're good, boy. You're on top of it just like a whip.
That's right.
What-
He is your hornswoggle.
What's you over here, encyclopedia?
One word.
You better
to
not say
describe-
something bad. I'll knock you out right here.
I ain't getting fired and I ain't getting knocked out. Calm down.
Yeah, but me and him.
One word to describe Tony Presley that's not already been used. Iconic.
There we go.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. You guys are some smart guys.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all got good heads on your shoulders.
We've always been about to
Unlike that Kyle Maggart. Unlike him, y'all pretty smart.
Exactly.
We just pay attention. We keep our eyes open. We pay
That's
attention
right.
to what's going on.
Yeah, so you know good wrestling and
Yep.
you know what's
Yeah.
happening, right?
That's
Presley,
right.
We actually like you. We're not like Kyle Magnard.
You're a legend. Whereas Kyle Maggart was laying down there crying. I saw it with my own eyes just now.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
Evidently, Eric Porter's
Kyle
founder
Maggart
partner
is-
and Jordan
is-
Carlisle.
Oh, so we got Jordan Carlisle up on this new graphic.
Well, look at that. JC finally decided to leave the food step.
Hey.
Ow.
Well, no, that's not JC there. That's
Oh.
JR. JC was in the food stamp line, and he wanted to, or CJ, not JC, CJ.
Oh, yeah.
CJ was in the. He thought it was the line to be a tag team.
Yeah.
Or he was in that line, and he thought it was the food stamp line. Gee,
Well, Jordan Carlisle, you're going to fall in line or you're going to probably end up like every other AMW guy.
well, Jordan Carlisle's going to have his work cut out because best for business has not been best for business lately. I mean, best for business has been having some trouble. And they have not been winning matches, and they've been having problems and just falling apart at the seams. So maybe Jordan Carlisle could be the glue that gets them back together and
That's
on
right.
track. But they got four other tag teams to go through, and this 5 tag team gauntlet is just stacked.
Yeah.
You know, it's stacked with a ton of talent. Now, some of
is.
these guys are on board and they understand who Tony Presley is and what New South is about, but some of them aren't.
That's right.
AJ Kazana, he knows what New South's about.
Yep.
We brought him into New South, and he was a terrific star
Oh,
for
he
us.
was.
So I haven't seen him in a little while, so we'll see. I'll talk to him at the show. We'll see where he's at. Corey Sparks, he wrestled for New South, so he was a part of that. Bronx Boulder, he wrestled for New South a little bit. Heat Seekers, not so much, but they've been all over the world. But now I didn't really like the way that they, was smart aleck and wanted to get some.
Should talk better to you.
They wanted some special treatment because who they was. But I don't do special treatment.
That's right.
I don't treat Stan Sierra or the Box Office Blondes Box Office Blondes. I don't treat them any different. I don't treat Misery any different than anybody else. I make them do the same thing all the other companies do. I mean, all the other people in the company do. I make them go through the same motions. It's either fair or square. Everybody's on a playing field. If I'm at the ring, I don't help them in matches.
That's right. And Mike Elmore said, I just discovered New South Appalachian. I'll be at the show Sunday. Can't wait.
Well, we're glad you're coming out, but just remember one thing. You said it right. New South Appalachian Mountain Wrestling.
That's
New
right.
South's on top. You better believe that.
That's right. New South has always been on
Kenny
top.
Cummins said he'll be there. And Nocturnal Illumination said, I see a lot of brown nosing going on. I said, no, we're not brown nosing.
It ain't brown nose. It's just people that know,
Exactly.
smart people that know where it's at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, in order to brown nose, we would have to gain something in return.
Exactly.
See, we have nothing to gain from Tony in return, so
Exactly.
it's not brown nosing.
That's right. It's just knowing what's good.
We are
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know where the best is, and that's where you're going to align
That's
with.
right. New South has always been the best.
The only spell treatment you ring is pain. The only spell treatment you pain.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's all these people, these haters, and people that think they know what's going on. You don't know nothing. Just sit back, shut up, and watch the
That's
show.
right.
I'm running things here. Okay.
That's right. You're doing exactly how it should be done. You're the best boss, greatest promoter that there is. New South is on top as it always has been. AMW needs to understand that.
Well, you guys keep talking. You keep talking like that. I might have a job for you in AMW when I
Hell
fire some of these other people.
Yeah, I'm
That's
going
right.
You mean New South, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So technically, the lawyer said I have to say AMW, but we all know what it really is, right? It's really the New South Wrestling Show, you know.
That's right. It really is.
Semantics.
Yeah, whatever those lawyers, you know, those lawyers, schmawyers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we all know it's New South, right?
It's always been New South.
That's like Superman. When he's Clark Kent, he puts a suit on, but when he peels that thing off, what is it? It's Superman.
That's right.
That's an S on his chest, right?
That's right.
That's because New South.
That's right.
When you peel off that AMW shirt like Stan Sierra did, what do you have on? A New South Wrestling shirt, right, baby?
And you know what? My favorite thing about the whole thing is that they all were talking like Stan was on their side. I could hear Jimmy Wall saying, "Yeah, he's on our side."
I
And
watched
then
the video.
what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Stan gets inside the ring. He helps up both those guys. And then what happens? Mr. Higgins takes out Kyle Maggart, and then just for hell of it, because he's already helped out John Noble, bam!
What is it that the Hardy Boys always said? Poetry in motion.
That's right.
And that's what it was in there, brother. It was poetry in
Exactly.
motion. Like I said on that last analogy, you know, when you're looking at that company as a whole, AMW is Clark Kent.
That's
New
right.
South Wrestling is Superman.
That's
you
right.
better believe that.
And their arms are just too short to box with God.
That's right.
Ooh, I love
That's right.
that.
It's just too short.
Great
Exactly.
You know, they always come up a little short. Like when we're out at the restaurant trying to pick up the check, they got them little T-Rex arms.
That's right.
AMW can't ever reach out there and get it.
That's right.
New South
Whereas
has.
New South has the best reach in the house.
We have to pick them up and put them in their high chair, put their bib on them, and feed them.
Yeah.
That's where they're at compared to New South Wrestling.
Exactly. Because New South is the best company that there ever was.
That's right.
I mean, people can go back and watch and see all the great action that New South put out and prove that New South is the greatest company that there ever was. And right now, it's going to prove that it's getting even better and better.
Yeah, you can still go out there and look at it on YouTube. And actually, since the company made the merger, a lot of that's even on the AMW's
right.
YouTube because we've
go check
allowed
that
that video library to go over. But it's the best thing going in Kentucky wrestling today. Two big companies.
Yep.
And I'll give AMW their due. They're great, but they just not New South.
That's right.
But they was a hot running company, television running for 12 years.
Yep.
So they're a good company. They're just not New South.
That's
but when
right.
you take two of the top companies in Kentucky and you combine them together, everybody's taking notice. You better
That's right.
believe that.
And Bobby Blade done proved that he's on the New South wagon. Bobby Blade's a smart man. Out of all the people on the commentary table, Bobby Blade's the man that you got to keep.
When you want to know why all these stars have started coming on over to AMW, New South?
Yep.
The reason they're coming is for one common denominator. Me.
That's right. Tony Presley.
That's right.
When Bobby Blade made his return, where did he return? To
That's
New
right.
South.
Yeah. And when he had that interview with me in the middle of the aisle, who'd he align himself with? Me.
That's
Bobby,
right.
Bobby Blade's been around a long time, and he knows what's good, and he knows who's the best.
That's right.
And you can ask him today, and he'll tell you what got him sparked and loving wrestling again
always.
was New South
That's
Wrestling.
right.
Ask him today. You call him, ask him. He'll tell
That's
you
right.
that New South Wrestling built his fire back up. So you better believe I'm not just doing this.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we're saying that we all work for you. I would love to work for you. Working for you is a dream come true.
Well,
Hey,
if these guys keep running their mouth and not doing what they're supposed to do, I might just have a job for all of us.
That's right.
We might be looking at the new commentary team.
Sign me up.
Sign us up.
That's right. Sign us up.
I'll work
Because
for
we
free.
will always be about New South.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people out there chirping in Chirpland.
Last night was still Mike Elmore, who just discovered New South Appalachian. I said, look, New South.
Aaron Roach just started watching.
Oh.
Man Cam just started watching. So
Yeah, someone's calling in,
Who
guys.
is it?
right.
Hello?
Hello?
You're on the podcast.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
So,
Hey, Joe. I'm letting you know. Let me tell you something. Johnny didn't like the fact that you took his jacket last time at the show, so you might want to give that back. By the way, hey, I cannot wait for this thing on this. This
Sunday,
It's
Father's
this
Day.
Sunday.
this coming Sunday? Heck, sorry, because I'm in the days right now. But I'm ready for this Sunday. It's going to be a wild party, y'all. Make sure y'all come out. Make sure y'all support your local wrestlers. Support everything that they doing over at the Lexington Ice Center. It's going to be hot. The party man is going to be there to support everybody.
Why?
I can't wait to see the Nice Guy podcast there. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I appreciate everything that all y'all have been doing.
That's
I
right.
appreciate y'all just want to come out there, and I want to just let you all know, even your guests know, that I appreciate him too.
Well, I tell you,
appreciate everything that you guys have accomplished and still are accomplishing.
I tell you what, Cam, though, I tell you what, you got to be real careful and watch out because and I don't know if he's going to be in the building, but it's a good chance. You never know. Chris Crow might be there.
That's true.
And we know what happened last time you was in a New South ring and Chris Crow was there. So I just talking to you for your safety, man.
That's right.
You better watch out. Keep your head on a swivel because if Chris Crow's there, good Lord, I don't want to see what happens.
And also, don't be putting on his damn jacket because he didn't say you should.
Well, here's the thing. All I gotta say to Chris Crow is, "Bazinga, punk, come get me."
Well, those are some big words, Cam. You might never know. He might show up and you just might get taken out.
You know what? He might just need one upside the head from Chris Crow so he can get us right again.
Hey, Superfly. I'm talking to Joe. Right now.
I am Superfly. What the hell are you talking about?
No, Joe, stop that. Stop
Listen. Chris Crow should definitely knock you on your ass because you are not making any sense right now.
Here's the thing. Little birdie can fly, but here's the thing. Elmer Fudd's coming to hunt.
Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd never did any good when his hunting. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he never did.
Andy, I'm not talking to you. I'm
That's
talking
not
to
Andy,
Joe.
that's Sean, you moron.
Yeah.
Andy, hush.
That's Sean, God.
I can't wait to see y'all.
I think that
Andy ain't here. I kicked him out. Andy ain't here. I kicked him out.
That's right. He kicked him out.
You're darn right. And he saved me, because here's the thing. If he wants to come at me, he's in my part of town now.
You don't want to say it to Chris Crow because remember, last time that y'all met,
Yep.
you put on his jacket and Chris Crow took exception and speared you out of your
I don't know if I've seen a spear that violent in my entire life.
Yeah.
Or also, don't forget you got beat up here in the studio too, Cam, by Chris Crow.
Listen, I
super
still got
kick.
PTSD from that spear. Leave me alone.
He speared him so bad that he thought he was Michael Jackson, and then he thought he was Prince.
Yeah. That's accurate.
Unfortunately, I still found that out. But you know, it's okay. Because you know what? I'm glad to see Joe in there. I'm glad to see Superfly in there. I'm glad to see Nice Guy Andy in there. Man, it's good to have you back, man.
I'm the wrestling encyclopedia, Sean Johns, Cam.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you can't manipulate me. I know you guys are crafty little
It's
genius.
the big D.
But I'm gonna see y'all Sunday. I'm gonna see y'all Sunday.
Listen here,
See you on
Cam.
Sunday, Cam.
Someone's going to have to knock you up for a loop because you keep on calling us the wrong names.
Joe, ain't nobody talking to you. But anyways, I'll see y'all later though. I'll see y'all. Y'all think y'all be good.
Just for that, I hope Chris Crow takes your ass out.
Oh, he hung up for you.
I tell you, some people you never know.
You never know because he wants to call
You got to
and say
start
all
screening.
that.
You got to start screening them calls when they come in, man.
Yeah, I do because
You get those crack
Man.
jobs calling in.
yeah, exactly because I was trying to call Bobby Blade.
If you don't watch what you're doing, Kyle Maggart's going to be calling in here.
Oh no!
Or, for those that don't know, that was former podcast member Party Man Cam. I apologize,
That's right.
folks.
Chris Noble said Cam must be drunk. No, he just got hit upside the head a couple times by
Yeah.
Chris Crow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He took a pretty big beating from Chris Crow.
Yeah.
And what's up, Dustin Barnes' father? Let me send the number to Bob
What's up,
Blade to call
Dustin?
him.
What's up? Welcome to the
Because you know
podcast.
Bob Blade was tuning in earlier. He just wants to let you know you're the greatest boss that there
He knows
is.
what.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody knows. Everybody knows.
If you ask me, who's the...
Who you think's the best?
She took too long to answer.
No, she's looking at me with those bedroom eyes.
That's right. And Dustin Barnes' father, thanks for tuning in, brother.
What's up, Dustin?
The referee
Dustin
should also
James?
fall in line.
Oh, the referees know.
Referees definitely got to. Because otherwise, they won't get booked in matches.
Exactly.
The referees don't do what I want them to do. I'll have them doing concessions.
Exactly. So the referees better make sure that they're falling in line, doing what New South wants, doing what Tony Presley asked them to. Otherwise, they just might either do concessions or Tony Presley got other ideals.
Well, it sounds like all these people that are doing comments over here, most of them are talking about how great New South is. There's a lot of smart fans watching.
They are.
Fans.
Well, like I said, man, we've talked New South up this whole time, man.
That's right.
And the fans know that.
We've talked New South up ever since we heard about New South.
That's
Well,
right.
that's no coincidence of why the stars are coming.
Exactly.
The stars are coming for New South.
That's right.
The stars are coming for me.
That's
You
right.
better believe that.
Anthony, if you ever need any help punching someone, come
Love
to
this
me.
kid.
That's right,
If
buddy.
you're punching someone, come to me.
Hey, you got a smart head on your shoulders. You got a bright future, buddy. You never know what might happen. I might need somebody to carry out some things
That's
for me.
right.
Hey.
Hey, what they don't understand is that Killian is a natural born killer.
Yeah. So what did
Say my name.
Bobby Green say there? Does he say he's coming to the show?
Oh, I think they will be. Hey, Mike Elmer said, by the way, since it was brought up, will there be concessions at Sunday's event?
Of course.
Oh yeah, there'll be concessions.
Of course,
there.
brother.
There'll be concessions there. There's going to be a lot of great action. There's probably going to be a opportunity to do some autographs signings. We're going to have most of the guys will be out there signing pictures and autographs and doing pictures with people.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure that there's probably going to be an autograph signing after the show. That's going to be possible. So you really want to bring your cameras, though, because it's probably going to be the last time you see Marty Clay.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to make sure that you clean your camera roll out.
Yep.
Make sure you got space.
Yep.
Take some videos and pictures because it's going to be exciting.
Be able to say,
and then,
I knew him when.
Here's the one thing.
right.
Here's the one thing that I want everybody to know too. We want you guys to come out and we want you to take pictures, videos, all of that. We want you to post it online. But when you do, like I always said with New South, it's the same thing in my takeover of this company. We want you to tag AMW. We want you to tag New South Wrestling.
That's right.
We want you to tag all of that whenever we don't care if you come take pictures and you take videos and you post it and put it on your social media, all your outlets. Just make sure you tag us in it.
That's right.
Because we want to see what you're posting.
That's right.
Every time that I had a show with New South and we brought a star in and they took a picture with the star, it was always great to see that, because one thing that I would always do is that I would take those pictures that was tagged and I would send them to the star, and then the star enjoyed those to get to see you. And like when we had Ariane Andrews, I sent her every picture someone tagged and she loved it. She posted some of those on her page. So they enjoy meeting you just as much as you enjoy meeting them.
Yep.
So we always tell people we love you to come out. We love you to have a good time. Show who you're rooting for. New South, of course.
That's right.
But if you do take pictures and you take video, tag us in it. We want to see how much fun you had. We want to see what you enjoyed about the show.
That's right.
We want to see you right. Go on and. That's one thing that you guys don't always understand. Y'all come to the shows and you have a great time and you enjoy it, but we want to hear the feedback. We want to hear that you enjoyed it. So we want you going out there and putting it out online. Yep. We want to see you making comments. We want to see you talking about it. One thing I always did with New South is somebody made a comment on something.
Yeah.
I didn't have a team that was responding to those. I responded to every fan. Right. Every time a fan reached out, I responded. So
I can attest to that.
Same thing here. Same thing. Yeah, nice. I mean, you wrote me numerous times. Yes, but anytime someone write me, I would always write them back, because I learned over many years in the business is that the fans are what makes the business.
That's right.
The fans create what we do.
That's right.
And we always love to hear back from you all. So no matter what else is going on, if you had a good time at the show, if you didn't like something, if you didn't like somebody, I want to know about it. I'm the CEO. I'm the boss.
That's right.
So the way you can tell me is you can post it, you can write about it, you can take pictures, and you can tag us in.
That's right.
And then we want to see what you think and what you feel like, and we want to know what excited you about it, what you want to see going forward. Those are the kind of things we want to see, because we want to feel your. I tell people all the time, a wrestling community is like a body.
Yep.
And the wrestling fans are the heartbeat. And so we want that heartbeat. We want to feel that beat. I can't feel that beat if you're not posting and talking. When you come to the shows, too, don't just sit on your hands.
Don't do that.
I want you to be a part of the show. I want you, if you don't like me, tell me.
That's right. Tell it to his face.
If I want you to be a part of it. I want you all don't realize that we don't just get up in there and wrestle. We want to feel you just as much as you want to be entertained by us.
That's right.
We want to feel you. We want to know what it makes us feel really good when we see a reaction out of you. When you get yelling at the guys you don't like, or when you cheer for the ones you do. We want to see those interactions because it keeps us going.
Exactly.
It keeps us wanting to do it more. So that's one thing I always tell the fans. You're coming there to be entertained, but we want you to be a part of the show, too.
Kyle Maggart said, I sure don't like that asshole.
Well, you know what, Kyle Maggart? I tell you what, if you don't like this asshole, then you could be the toilet paper that wipes that mug. So how about that?
Oh, man.
That's about what you are, punk.
Yep.
Mike Elmore wants to know when the event starts. Eventbrite said bell time is 5 p.m. The promo said 6 p.m.
No. So it starts at 6 p.m. is bell time. The poster's wrong. So the doors open at 5, and the bell time is at 6. So, like I said before, though, every time that I ever did a show there at the Ice Center in Lexington, it was always a packed house. So you need to get there early. Get there before the doors open. There's going to be a line waiting. And it's going to be a lot of walk-up traffic.
That's right.
So you need to get in there and get your seat. But if you want the best seat, like a front row seat or second row seat, you want to get one of those. I think first row's getting close to being sold out. So you want to go online to AMW on Facebook, or you want Appalachian Mountain Wrestling on Facebook, or you want to go on to New South Wrestling. You can find either one of them there. There's going to be the poster posted, and then there'll be a link that you can click and order the tickets right now.
That's right.
You want to go on and get them because you don't want to get to the door and be at the very back of the line and you get all the way up there and they say we're sold out. We don't want that to happen. So you want to get there early because I'm telling you, the one thing about New South Wrestling, you always and AMW now that I'm running that is that you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. There's always going to be surprises. And then you also want to get there early because it's going to be the best entertainment that you can possibly find anywhere.
Kyle Maggart said,
Hold on.
I hate to even see what Kyle Maggart has to say.
He said, no need to wipe Tony's ass because he's at a prison cleaning. It should be all good.
Well, I tell you what, Kyle Maggart, if you keep wanting to talk about ass, then I'll have you cleaning toilets at the Ice Center. Now, I'm not going to have you do that at the beginning of the show. I'm going to wait until everybody's took a dump and then let you go in there and clean it after that. How about that, Kyle Maggart?
And Ian Mosley said, shots
Sloppy
fired.
Sloppy Joe's.
Ian
Sloppy
Mosley
Joe's.
also gave us 5,000 stars. Big
Heck
shout out
yeah.
to Ian Mosley.
Yeah, there you go,
Yeah,
Ian
voice.
Mosley. Thanks for the support of the Nice Guy Andy podcast. And I'm telling you, they might get taken over by New South Wrestling as well.
That's right.
Because I may just buy them out. You know, you
That's
never
right.
know. And I might put these guys working for me, and we might call it the New South AMW podcast.
That's right.
Yes.
Sounds like
Because everyone knows that Tony Presley is smarter than the average bear, as he proved when Kyle Maggart thought that he was going to let New South's attorney be the one that oversees everything.
Yeah, he's not the smartest guy there. Now, what you got on that TV right now is the real thing. That's New South Wrestling. That's my company.
That's right.
That is the best wrestling in the state of Kentucky right there.
That's right.
That's what you're looking at.
That's what you call the greatest promotion that there ever was and is to this day.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about right there. That right there is what it's all about right there. Everybody strives to be like New South Wrestling.
That's right. They all want to be like New South Wrestling, but here's the
I
thing.
miss him. I really miss him.
Nobody's as smart as Tony Presley.
That's right. I'm the big brother. Kyle Maggart, he's the little brother. Sometimes you got to bend that little brother over your knee and spank his little ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth. And this Sunday, another example of Big Bird teaching a little bird. Listen, you got your monster misery standing across from him. That's a 7-foot tall monster right there compared to Kyle Maggart.
Yeah, I mean, he's over talking about wiping ass and all that stuff. I mean, shoot, he better watch out and think about what he's got in front of him with misery.
That's right.
And then if he wants a close-up vision of me, he'll get an opportunity because
Yeah.
I'll be at ringside.
Exactly, because you're not backing down.
I
from
might
something
smack the
like that.
taste out of his mouth right there.
And
I've already done that once. I've already done that once. Yeah,
You have.
up in Neon, I slapped his
I
taste
remember that.
taste out of his mouth. Ask him what his dentist told him after that one.
Oh, he found it. Oh, look at this. John Lee, you're wearing your
Knee pads out.
knee pads out. Hey,
That's coming from a guy that's got a bum knee because I about took his knee out.
hey, you're right, because you are the greatest boss that there is.
Yeah.
No,
Anybody
Tony's
mess
not a
with
boss.
Tony?
He's a leader.
I'm
That's true.
Leads by
signing punishment.
example.
You are a great leader.
I'm not worried about Kyle Maggart.
Exactly.
I mean, shoot, we.
Kyle's losing so much, he should put advertising on the soul.
I mean,
That's
Kyle,
true.
Kyle, I mean, that's really the truth. I mean, Kyle is lost more than my ex-wife,
Oh man.
and she lost a lot. Her mind mostly.
And when he's standing across from Misery, he also got a view of you. And he's got to realize when Misery's done filming,
He meant to
Kyle
say-
Mary.
Well, I only gave Misery one job, and that is I'm not even worried about the Kentucky heavyweight title. I know it ain't going
That's
nowhere.
right.
My job for him is to destroy Kyle Maggart. So Kyle, you have all you can handle right in front of you, big boy. So remember the last time you saw Tony Presley, I was standing on your chest looking down at you while you was drooling and spitting up blood. So don't worry about what I'm doing. You might find yourself in the unemployment line, but you might even more so find yourself in a coma. So
Tommy
just
Green is popping in. He says, Tommy Green in the house.
Tommy Green.
Tommy Green.
And Ian Mosley
Oh,
said,
sir.
so what you're saying is the mouth needs to take a trip from Texas up there and show Kentucky how we get it down in the
mean,
pines.
Well, you can come on up here if you want. Everybody wants to be a part of greatness. So if you want to come up here to greatness, come on up.
That's right.
I mean, it's easy to find us. All you got to do is look up in the sky. The brightest star is New South Wrestling.
That's
You follow
right.
that star, it'll bring you right to the promised land, baby. You ask Kyle Maggart. He was looking up at the lights, and he was like, that's awful bright. He thought it was the lights up above while he's counting them. But what he didn't realize is it's my future that's bright.
That's right.
His is very dim. His lights are going to get turned out.
That's right. And he is an electrician because he has spent most of his time just looking at those lights a lot.
Well, he didn't tell you that he went to the doctor the other day,
Ooh.
and they told him that he has furniture disease. His chest done fell into his drawers.
Well, man. That's a great one right there.
Big Dumb Chris chimed in with, I'll go to war for a man in golden sequence is all I'm saying.
Woo!
Hey, Johnny, better watch it. You wearing golden sequences, he's going to go to war for you, buddy.
Hey, everyone goes to war for the golden sequence.
I'm
But look at
telling you.
this.
Well, I mean, that's what Adrian was wearing.
Oh, wait.
Was that golden sequence.
No, never mind. It wasn't me.
Oh, you thought that was Kyle Maggart calling in?
Yeah, I
Well, the
thought that
ratings of
was.
your show would go way down if he calls.
That's true.
Oh, God, you're right.
I might have to rethink buying the company if that's buying the podcast if he calls in, because I mean, it'll tank.
Exactly.
Everybody be selling stock and
Yeah.
falling off. It'll be awful.
The fans want to hear New South. They don't want to hear Kyle Maggart.
I mean, who wants to hear Kyle Maggart?
Exactly.
His own wife don't want to hear him.
oh, man.
She
You're right.
she sends him out looking for stray dogs and stuff all the time. She don't want nothing to do with him.
I've seen that, actually. He's always looking for the straight dogs, but he never realizes.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a reason why she's sending you out for the straight dogs.
At the last show, we was at, she looked so mad and mean. Every time she
Oh,
spoke to
man.
him, she was hot. I figured out what it was. She just wanted to be close to me. And he
Hey,
just
right.
kept getting in the picture. I mean, that's what it was.
I mean, nobody could be as great looking as Tony Presley.
Yeah, I mean, he could try, but I mean, I don't even think they make Halloween costumes that good.
I mean, that's true. They can't look as good as Tony Presley. And if Kyle Maggart wants to try and look like it, he'd at least have to trim his hair, get a beard trimmed down. maybe.
Halloween, he don't even have to buy a costume. He just goes out as he is, scares kids off
Oh.
they don't have to buy candy. He just stand on the porch and everybody's too afraid to come up.
Tommy Green said, for the one did know, I've been in the hospital, but I'm back up.
Hey, Tommy, we're glad you're back up and moving, buddy, and I've been in the ring with you many a time. I was in the ring with you the night I busted my eye wide open in Danny Fargo's ring. and you're a class act and a heck of a talent. So
That's right.
No matter what's going on in this business or how bad I want to beat down Kyle Maggart, you've always got my prayers, brother.
That's right. Always in our prayers, brother. Ian Mosley said, "Damn, Tony, laugh out loud."
That's right. Hey, you got to do what you got to do because
That's right.
I wasn't born yesterday, and you don't get this good looking and this talented and this smart just overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then Sunday night, you're going to be proving why New South Wrestling is the greatest company that there is, because all the AMW guys are going to be crying by the end of the night.
Oh, well, I mean, you better bring a lot of Kleenex and stuff, with you, because it's going to be a heck of a AMW is going to find out. They're going to get humbled.
That's right.
They're going to get humbled. They're going to find out not only are we going to win the matches and beat them down senseless, but they're going to find out that the crowd is a little smarter than they think they are.
Exactly, because apparently they think that they're going to have the most shirts. Well, joke's on them. They're in New South's backyard.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Everybody knows. They ask me, Tony, why are you so cocky? Well, it ain't being cocky when you're just confident.
Yeah,
when you just know the truth. If I have to go into something and I already know that, when I was in college, and everybody say, well, why are you so confident? Because I already knew the answers. So if you go into a test and you already know the answers, but there ain't no reason you shouldn't be confident. Well, I'm going into this knowing I know the answers. The answers is we're better.
Exactly.
So what's there not to be confident about?
That's right.
That's right. Now they got to study and try to figure out the answers, but they never going to figure that out. They don't have 30 years of experience like I do. So. And now you do have Jimmy Walls that has that kind of experience, but he's starting to lose his memory and go senile. I think he's got a touch of dementia. So, he'll be wrestling in a senior citizens home here real soon. You can catch him at your local old retirement home. So
he's always bringing up that he was a 19-time NWA champion, but he forgets. The only reason why he was 19-time NWA champion is because he lost it 18 times.
Well, that's true. But, if you sit and listen to him long enough, he'll forget how many times, and he'll say it was 20, and then it was 19, and it was 18, and it was 16, it was 17. Right. He won't remember. He's starting to lose his memory. True. He's not that he's wrestled a lot, and he's got a lot of experience, but he's had a lot of experience with loss, too, as you say.
That's true.
So Tony Presley is just way better, heads and shoulders above, and Kyle Maggart's going to find that out.
And you've been nothing but truthful and honest with them. Kyle Maggart needs to bend the knee.
Oh, he bends them pretty good.
Oh,
yeah. He bends them pretty good. Yeah, trust me. I mean, he's that guy. When he came into New South Wrestling, I tried to give that guy an opportunity. Yep. I thought he was a talent, and I brought him in. I put him in the Kentucky Heavyweight Championship match right off the bat.
You did.
And I put him against top talented guys, but between him and Lemon Juice McGee, those two guys tried to come in and run roughshod over my company. They tried to interject themselves every single night. They always was divas and wanted to change things. They wanted to do this, and they wanted to do that, and they want to change this stipulation. They want to do. I just finally got tired of it.
Yep.
And there's only so much a good man like me can take before you just break.
Exactly.
And that's what this is all about. Everybody wants to know what it's about. That's what it's about. Kyle Maggart took me to my breaking point. I couldn't take no more of it. So I was sitting around for a year thinking about our big return, what we was going to do. Kyle Maggart had talked to the people up there in AMW about trying to buy us. And he was the one that started all that.
Yep.
He got the powers to be to talk about it.
Oh, man.
And then when they called me, I said, what is a better way to get at Kyle Maggart than to go into his own backyard and make them think that he's talked the powers of be into buying my company. And then I'm going to show him how smart I really am.
You held all the cards.
That's exactly right. And then when I laid that Royal Straight Flush down.
Yep.
His anything he had, a straight, a flush, a boat, none of them was good.
He realized real fast
who the most dominant and superior president and wrestler was. See, that's the thing that people forget. They just look at me and say, Tony Presley, the owner of this, and Tony Presley, the owner of New South. They forget that I'm a 30-year veteran.
Yep.
And I've had over 35 title reigns in different companies. NWA, I was the NWA Southern Tag Team Champions 3 times with 3 different partners. And we were hot. I was the NWA New South Cruiserweight Champion. I was the CWA Cruiserweight Champion numerous times. I've held tag team gold in 9 different companies. I was the New South Heavyweight Champion 3 times. No one else has held that title that many times except for Larry D. So I'm telling you right now, no one in New South wrestling history, which is a 25-year history, is more decorated than Tony Presley.
That's right.
I am the most decorated person, even when we were a part of New South Wrestling. I mean, when New South Wrestling was a part of the NWA. Because back then, in those days, there was a board of directors, and NWAs were all over everywhere, in all the states, and we were all combined. And so we had to travel around to different NWAs. There was NWA Bluegrass, NWA Battle Zone, NWA Mid-South, all those. Well, when we were the Southern Tag Team Champions, we traveled everywhere. So one of my tag team partners, Wes Adams, ended up going to WWE and became a referee on SmackDown for 7 years. I had another partner that was Steve Anthony, who went on to go all over the world and wrestle. But one thing that was a common denominator in all those tag teams was Tony Presley. I could take any partner and become champion.
That's right.
And that's because I was that good.
That's right. You proved it. And not only that, but you also proved that you were smarter and way ahead of the curve when Kyle Mack thought he was going to do something by convincing them to buy New South.
And I was prettier.
That's true.
I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, when you're that pretty, I mean, people hate you. So, and that's part of it. I mean, Kyle knows that I'm prettier than he is, and that's
not saying much. I
mean, and I get it. I mean, when you have to look at beauty every day, it makes you feel bad about yourself.
That's true.
Okay, the AMW YouTube channel chimed in with bell time is at 6, doors open at 5. There will be concessions sold.
That's
right. I mean, like I just said that I'm the boss. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, YouTube, I'm the boss. So you don't have to come in and reinforce what I say.
Exactly.
I've done said it. I'm the boss. I make the rules. That's what it is.
Exactly. You made sure that they all knew.
You know who it probably is? Probably CJ.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably still trying to get to the food stamp line.
Exactly.
I wouldn't put it past it being Kyle Maggart.
That's
trying to tell the truck to tell somebody something. Kyle thinks he's in charge of something.
Yeah.
Always.
He always does.
He did that when he came to New South. He thought he wasn't in charge of nothing. He tried to make himself in charge. I tell you what.
You tried to give him advice. You tried to show him hospitality, and what this guy do? He tries to run rimshot over your company.
Yeah. He went into his own wedding trying to make rules, and his wife set him straight quick.
Exactly.
She told him, "This is my show. You're just part of it."
Exactly. I don't understand his obsession with trying to make everything about him.
Kyle's the one wanted to make the entrance during the wedding instead of just standing up there.
I mean, if it would have been up to Kyle, shoot, they've probably all been in G-strings. You just don't know about Kyle Maggart. I tell you what, that guy there.
I see him in a G-string.
I've seen scarier sights. Look at his face.
You're right. Yeah. Mike Elmore said, "Thank you, Appalachian Wrestling, for verifying the information. I appreciate it." Tony Presley just verified it for you.
Tony verified it long before.
Hey, Mike Elmore, Tony Presley is Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. So Tony Presley is New South Wrestling. Compliment. So I do appreciate the compliment, because that's right, I did tell you and I made the decision.
That's right.
If I want to change bell time, I'll change it.
That's true.
I mean, you never know. I might put Kyle Maggart in the opening match in a skirt. You just don't know what.
AMW said, "You're welcome to them."
I tell you what, it's CJ, and I'm going to have to get him signed up for food stamps. I just he ain't been right since he's been trying to find that line.
That's true. I can't believe he's still searching for it all this time.
Well, that's a good product up there on that TV.
Right.
Yes, it is.
South Wrestling.
Speaking of which, old school.
I missed
Aaron Grider, God love him.
Yep.
Back in the good old days when
Aaron Grider is also a great referee. You did a great job.
There's Kenny Cummins sitting up front. He knows. Look at him putting that hand up.
Yeah,
he knows who the best is.
See, he's also going to be there this Sunday in the New South shirt.
Well, I tell you what. I wonder if Tripping Balls. Wonder if they're listening right now.
Yep.
Well, they're saying only 10 front row tickets left. So Michael Elmore, jump on it.
Well, I tell you what, Tripping Balls, when I get off this broadcast, I want y'all to contact me.
Hell yeah.
I got something I need to talk to you about.
I'll be letting
style
Tripping Balls know that you want to talk to him.
Look here, look at that. Who is that right there?
That.
Troy Parker.
No. In the gold, who is that?
That's Scott Diamond.
Look at the jacket he's wearing.
I see it.
Adrian Alexander stole that from him.
Exactly.
That's
he
where
did.
it come from.
He did steal it.
Ah, my goodness, look at that.
And Rex and the
Either that or they made that out of the same wrapper paper roll.
And the box top is blonde, so
What
too.
a thief Adrian is to be wearing Scott Diamond's pristine jacket.
Hey, you can ask Scott Diamond what he thought about Tony Presley. He thought that I was old and washed up.
Oh, no.
And when he got in the ring with me, I laid his ass out too.
That's true, you did. Mike Elmore said, I have 3 ringside front row tickets already.
Mike Elmore, you're a smart gentleman there if you got you some front row ringside seats, because this is going to be a show of all shows.
That's
and
right.
you know where to be on Father's Day.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
right.
But that's a real point again right now. I think so.
June 15th is the show to be at.
Back at
Also, tomorrow, y'all have a show too.
That's right. I mean, tomorrow night, that's like I said, if you just can't get enough and you need to be at a show before Sunday, you can make that drive to Hazard. And at the Hazard Fair, we're going to be there tomorrow night.
That's right.
Me and Stan Sierra with the new South Heavyweight title coming out and wrestling that night. So if you want to see greatness and you want to see something worth making it's worth making a drive to see me.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, forget the fair.
That's
I
right.
mean, you come see me.
That's right.
I mean,
go
that's-
see Tony Presley tomorrow.
That's more entertainment than anything.
My dad
That's right.
tomorrow night.
I
I wish I can go, but yes.
I mean, not everybody can be as lucky as her and see me every night.
That's true.
You know, but you can sure pay and come see me.
That's true. You can. Hey, what's stopping y'all? Tony Presley's the greatest boss that there ever was.
Well, I mean, you're smart, Johnny. I mean, you're smart. That's why you're in the seat and Andy's
That's
not.
right.
I mean,
And
you're smart.
this is for your enemies. If they're watching, just let you know, you mess with Tony, your punishment is gonna be 10 times worse than he could think.
Well, you know what I'm saying here, little Swaggle, is I think that everybody we've heard from here, none of them has been against New South Wrestling.
That's true.
I think all of them knows they're all smart.
Exactly.
Your audience is smart.
That's right, they are.
They know who's
The
best.
audience
That's
is
right.
genius. They love New South.
Because New South Wrestling is where it's at. It's always been at New South Wrestling.
Yeah.
No matter what you look at it.
I was
New
making
South is the
wrestling about- yeah.
pristine of professional wrestling.
That's
it is
right.
the greatest company that there is.
It's the best. I mean, there's nothing even close comparison to it in the state of Kentucky.
That's right.
It's the best.
And guys like Marty Clay's going to realize sooner or later, I should have fell in line the first time New South showed it.
Well, and like I told him, if you don't fall in line now, you're going to get that Kyle Magger treatment.
That's
and
right.
then once you get that Kyle Magger treatment, you're going to be beat down so bad, you're going to have to work your way back up the ladder.
That's right.
See, now the guys who knew who to come with and they chose right, like Stan Sierra and the Box Office Blondes and Misery, those guys are going to be at the top because they're with me.
That's right.
And they're the most talented. I mean, you stack my guys up against anybody on that roster, and it ain't even close.
Exactly.
It ain't close. It looks like grown men and kids.
Yep.
We have the best of the best.
That's right.
The best titles, and we're going to run roughshod over this company.
That's right.
And anybody who doesn't want to get in line is going to get ran over.
That's right. And if they continue to get inside y'all's way, they're going to end up on a stretcher. They're going to end up inside a hospital bed eating through a feeding tube.
That's exactly right.
And when you 10 times worse with me on your team, their punishments will be 10 times worse.
They don't want no part of you. I'm telling
Be
you.
so
They don't want that shillelagh.
You mess with him, you mess with me.
That's right. On Father's Day, you and your dad's going to be in there ready to go.
Yes, sir.
And I know who you're cheering for. I already know. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
That's right. We're going to be cheering for New South. That's who we're going to be cheering for.
No, I like
I got all
Baltimore
weekend
Blondes,
to teach
but-
my child all about New South. She's
That's
with me
right.
for the summer, and I'll give her a crash
Well,
course.
she's in there. She knows. When I walked by, she knew what greatness was.
That's right.
Yeah.
As soon as they see Tony Presley, they know
Yeah, I mean,
that's
it's,
the man.
they like, golly, what is that guy doing? I'm
That's
telling
right.
you,
That's a star right there.
That's it. But some people get it, and some people don't. And the ones that don't, we got to beat it into them. So,
Yep.
That's right.
any more chirpers out there chirping?
We got our guy Chris Elliott out there. He knows. He said New South's where it's at.
Everybody's saying it. I don't think I've heard one person say anything about AMW yet. I mean, do we even still call it AMW, or is it just New South?
Let's just call it New South because at this point, AMW is non-existent.
I'm telling you, I mean,
legal reasons we have to, but
I don't think the lawyers are.
Yeah, I mean, the lawyers making me say AMW, and of course it's AMW Showdown, but everybody knows it's really New South.
Exactly, it's New South Showdown the entire time.
I mean, everybody knows.
Chris Elliott says he likes the way you say kids. What's that accent from?
Oh, I'm from Kentucky. I'm right here from homegrown in Kentucky, but everybody that knows my history, I've been all over the place. I mean, I'm from Frankfort, Kentucky. It's where I grew up and was raised. But I mean, I've been all over the country. I wrestled in Memphis. I wrestled in NWA. I've wrestled in just about every state in the United States. I was also in the Navy for a period of time, so I'm a veteran.
That's right.
I played college sports, basketball and golf, and I've got a bachelor's and master's degree. I'm not just a dumb athlete. I'm very smart.
Yep.
So I've been around the world, man. So, I mean, I've been involved in, my accents changed multiple times. I lived in Mississippi for 6 years. I lived in Virginia. I lived in Chicago. I'm well-traveled. And I did all this. I wrestled on the road 5 nights a week. For people that don't know about my wrestling career, I wrestled 5 nights a week. I traveled all over the place. When my kids were born, I decided that I didn't want to be on the road no more, that I wanted to be at home and be a father. And so I started a business, and I run my own business. I'm my own boss. And then I got back involved with wrestling a few years ago after raising my kids for a while. I took a break from wrestling for probably about 7-8 years to totally focus on raising my kids. And then once they got to be a little older, I decided that I wanted to get back involved. Actually, to be honest with you, my kids pushed me back in it.
Yeah.
I started taking them to shows, and they said, "Dad, you're a natural at this. The guys, you love the guys love you. You really need to get back involved." And so they pushed me to get back involved, and then I started getting involved with it. I started running with it, and then, of course, the greatness came out, and then I just had to show people the experience. And I'm glad that I got back in it because I love it. I love the business, and I love being able to give back to these young kids. I've had my time in the business, in the ring. People ask me all the time, am I going to get in the ring? I had both my hips replaced because of wrestling. But wrestling is a very tough business. It's a tough industry. People think the ring is trampoline. It's not.
It's not.
It's you all have actually helped set my ring up.
Yep.
It's steel and 2x12s.
Yep.
What you see bouncing is steel. 2x12s bouncing off of steel.
Yep. And that steel is not held by anything.
No, I mean,
And if anybody says, there's a piece of padding over that,
it's not enough.
yeah, it's about the size of if you ever pull your carpet up at your house, that carpet padding. So it's not much.
Yeah.
You hit that every night, 5 nights a week, and you add that up over a 20-something year career. It destroyed my hips, so I had new hips put in. I could technically get back in the ring if I wanted to and do it, but there's no need for me to do it.
Exactly.
Now I might make an exception for Kyle Maggard. I might want to get up there and just smack taste out of his mouth. But don't think that I can't ever do it if I want. I mean, as Scott Diamond found out.
Yeah, that's right.
I can still do it, so don't push me.
I remember that.
I'm as good as I once was.
That's right.
So, but the thing is that I love it, and I want to give back. But you know what? People are going to have to understand that they're going to fall in line that all this. All this knowledge that I have and experience that I have, I'm not just giving it to the people who aren't appreciative of it.
That's
so
right.
Either you're going to fall in line and you're going to get behind what I'm doing and you're going to listen, because that's the problem. These punks nowadays, they don't want to listen to what you got to tell them. See, when you're smart and you've got experience in this business and you're trying to tell them the right way, but they think they know better, well, then you got to just show them and give them some tough love. There's tough love out there where you can love somebody, you can believe in that person, but if they don't want to take it the way you want them to take it and try to help them, then you got to show them the hard way.
Exactly.
So that's what we're doing here. Kyle Maggard don't want to learn the right way, so I'm going to teach him the hard way.
That's right. That's why he's got a monster that's going to decimate him this Sunday.
That's right. My monster.
That's right.
Misery.
And it was an honor to help put up the New South ring.
And I appreciate when you guys came and you helped, and you guys helped as well. You was a fan and helped.
I remember playing in the ring, guys. That thing, you can feel the wood.
Oh, it's not just the wood. It's not just the steel. It's the ropes or steel cables. People think those are bungee cords. Those are steel cables. Everything in that ring hurts.
Oh, it does.
It's tough on your body. Like I said, I was an athlete my entire life, not just with wrestling, but I played all sports. Wrestling was the toughest thing that I ever did.
Yeah.
Tougher in football, tougher in basketball, tougher in baseball, tougher in anything you do. Matter of fact, if you watch like mixed martial arts and fighting, the people who are the best mixed martial artists in most cases are wrestlers.
Yep.
They always are wrestlers because wrestlers, they can maneuver you down, they can get you down, they can tap you out, they can break bones.
Yep.
A whole lot different than just standing and striking.
That's right.
So, but wrestling is a whole different thing. I mean, you get in the ring and you're in the ring. Sometimes people don't realize, but you're in the ring 5 or 10 minutes. It feels like you've been in there an hour.
It does.
It's a whole different cardio.
I know because
I remember when
I gained a newfound respect for wrestling because of last year's June 5th line in Tennessee. You can't run the ropes because your stamina can be drained fast unless you've done a lot of rigorous training. When you take a bump, it's going to hurt like hell. You're going to be hurting from just hitting those ropes because people act like those ropes are soft. They're not.
Well, I mean, when I was with NWA New South,
for 2 minutes, man.
When I was with NWA New South before we dropped the NWA moniker when it got sold, when I was with them, we trained people who was like NFL football players, and they come in physically fit, pro athletes, and they didn't last like 2 or 3 weeks in training because it's a whole different kind of training.
It is.
And it's a whole different kind of breathing and cardio, and they couldn't handle it. And then they'd take bumps, and they'd get slammed on the ring, and they would say, I'm hurting in places I never knew I had. It's a whole different thing. And these guys come out, and they put their body through that, and they destroy their body and hurt their twilight years of their life to entertain you.
That's right.
That goes back to what I was saying before about when you come to the shows, we want you to come, but we don't want you to just sit on your hands. We want you to get involved.
That's
we want you to make noise. We want you to hate the people you hate.
Boo, hate,
love. We want you to love the people you love and cheer for them. And we want you to be as a big a part of the show as we are a part of the show. Because that's what we feed off of that.
That's right.
You're good. You're person that you're cheering for, the guy that you're there to try to push over the top. If he's down and he's hurting and he's blown all to heck and he can't breathe, if he hears you cheering, it gives him a rush of adrenaline.
That's right.
And it helps him get back. So I tell people all the time, we want you to. We don't care who you're cheering for.
That's right.
Me, Kyle Maggart. But if you're smart, you'll cheer for me.
That's
right. Kyle Maggart, me, whatever, just do it loud.
Yeah.
Because we want you to be a part of the show.
That's right.
I remember I was yelling at Troy. And I said, "You're literally like McDonald's closed down." And he got so mad. He said once he told the opponent, "1 sec, got out the ring, started like trying to make me scared or something." He put his hand on my face. I grabbed. He turned so fast back around.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
scared of him.
It's Misery's a scary guy.
He is.
Troy,
are all you guys hot?
It's
Well, it's because you're next to me. I mean, that's. I mean, she's sweating bad, and she's right beside me. So, I mean, it's like an inferno. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm at 40 minutes right now.
That's why all my tights that I wore had fire flames on them. Because
They were just plain tight.
Oh, man.
I'm steaming.
Oh, man. Our boy Bobby Blade couldn't call it because he's stuck on the throne.
Oh, Bobby, hey, brother, that's something where you do some of your best thinking. And I'm just proud of Bobby Blade for what he's been doing and following the lead of Tony Presley. And like I said before, and I said this and I'll say it again since he's on the throne listening, Bobby got his love for wrestling back because of New South Wrestling. And you can ask him that and he'll tell you
That's right.
that he had kind of fallen off of his love for wrestling, but when he came to New South, I showed him what was up. and I showed him how important he was to the wrestling
That's
business. And Bobby is a talent in Kentucky, and he'll always be a talent in Kentucky. And it was a shame for the young generation that didn't get to see him. But the good thing is Bobby Blade has a YouTube channel that he has some of the oldest wrestling in the state of Kentucky all over the place. He's in matches. He's got ones that he's not in matches, other people's matches. You can go back and watch the history of Kentucky wrestling on Bobby Blade's YouTube channel.
That's right.
And you'll just see how good he was. Some people look at him now and they say, oh, he's a talker and he's a commentary guy.
He was great in the
He was a great wrestler. And that don't ever forget that he's still that.
That's right. And also, that's another thing we have in common. Because he came onto the podcast and he hated wrestling because he had a bitter way of thinking about it at the time. But then as soon as he cut that promo, he said, oh, I don't think I could do it no more. As soon as he started hitting that first quarter of that promo, that's when you saw the spark inside the eyes.
That's right.
And then he came into New South and he was rejuvenated.
Well, I tell you something, Tony Presley, everywhere he goes, the everything goes up. When I come in a place, the stock's raised.
That's right.
When I first came into the Nice Guy Indie podcast, y'all was kind of just getting started. And after I came in, your viewership went up.
That's right.
I helped push you guys to the moon.
That's right.
And I was proud to do it and happy to do it. But you just believe that everywhere Tony Presley goes, the stock rises.
That's right. Because
they always say the cream rises to the top.
Just think
and
about
Tony
it.
is the cream.
Yes. The title we got sitting here on the table, everybody watching, the Nice Guy Indie podcast title, that wouldn't have been defended at a show had it not been for New South Wrestling.
Right.
That's right. We was the first to allow that to be put on a show, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was the Jim Chadwick Memorial
Yep, it was.
show.
Zodiac pulled off the victory.
8-man battle royal for it.
Yeah.
And that's the night that I met these guys. So I mean, like we have
Had a
New
friendship
South
that's
to,
gone ever since. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
we have
well,
New South to thank for
And
a
that's
lot.
what happens when you fall in line with Tony Presley
That's
and
right.
New South Wrestling and greatness.
Exactly.
When you fall in line, the cream rises to the top.
That's right.
When you don't fall in line, you like that big punk Kyle Maggard and you
Exactly.
sink to the bottom.
You turn into a turd in a punch bowl.
Yeah. You hold on now. Hold on. Bobby Blade is on the throne. I wonder if he's shitting out Kyle Maggard.
Oh, no. I mean, that could be a possibility.
We haven't heard no chiming in from Kyle Maggard lately. I bet you Bobby Blade
You're
is
right.
shitting out Kyle Maggard.
Exactly, because think about it. He's stuck on a throne, so he has to be shitting out something big.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it is. I mean, but if he's pooping out Kyle Maggard, I mean, he's going to probably need to go to a proctologist.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's going to be. I wouldn't be able to call either. That's like giving birth.
Exactly.
Oh my
Tony.
goodness.
My goodness.
So I don't really use like wrestling that much. I really like it, but after I had one of your shows, I started loving wrestling. So I wouldn't really like wrestling if it wasn't for you. And
Well, I appreciate
Hey,
that.
we appreciate that.
But you're a smart young man right there.
That's why he's.
I mean, he's got a good head on his shoulder.
He does.
I mean, his
Dad's
dad's taught him
raised him
right.
That's
You know?
right.
I mean, when you choose New South, I mean, you can't go nowhere
That's
else.
right.
other
The
than
stocks
that.
go up.
Mike Gilmore said the.
I would.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we got a caller.
Someone is calling in.
First to curdle. Dude, no.
Hello.
You're on the podcast.
Hold on! Nice Guy Indie Podcast. This is Lone Wolf Bobby Blade. I have risen from my throne of ashes. I just took a huge Kyle Maggard, and I
Yes.
couldn't wait to get on the air and thank Tony Presley for all of the great accolades that he's thrown onto me tonight. I appreciate every word that you said. Tony Presley is the best boss. He is going to take New South Wrestling and take over AMW, and he's going to lead AMW to new heights that it's never reached before, and I'm here to tell you that right now. 34 years of experience, and I've never experienced anything like the AMW getting taken over by New South Wrestling and Tony Presley.
I mean, I appreciate that, Bobby Blade, but what I want to know is, are you able to still walk after dropping that big turd, Kyle Maggard?
Man, it's going to be rough, man. I had to have a crane to pull me up off of the toilet, so that was a huge load.
I mean, you telling me I don't know if your toilet's going to be operable anymore.
That's
I mean,
true.
I mean, could you see Kyle Maggart surfing down a lonely tube of toilet?
Oh my God!
Oh.
I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, I was wondering where he went to. Now I know.
I was wondering too.
He went to the abyss. Well, I tell you,
this big summer bash, Tony.
I'm telling you,
the end of the night is going to be Stan Sierra defending the New South Heavyweight Championship against James Storm, the Cowboy. What about that?
I'm telling you what, that is going to be one heck of a show, one heck of a match. I'm telling you, that's a main event anywhere in the country. But because you got Stan Sierra, who made the smartest decision ever. I mean, we know he's a smart guy.
Yep.
He chose New South Wrestling.
That's right.
He's the New South Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, a title that I held 3 times, by the way. That guy is going to show Cowboy James Storm what being a real bona fide brawler and bad man is all about.
That's
He's
right.
going to leave James Storm laying in the middle of the ring, and then I'm going to look in and say, sorry about your damn luck.
Oh,
You're absolutely right. Got the New South Tag Team Champions, the Box Office Blondes, Hollywood Adam, Swayze, and Rex will be taking on the AMW Heavyweight Champion, Marty Clay, and a partner of his choice, Mr. Presley. Are you going to be in the Box Office Blondes corner?
Oh, well, you know I am. I mean, I was there in the 6-man tag up in Hazard. What do you think about him leaving Hall of Famer Billy Gunn laying and leaving Kyle Maggart laying and leaving John Noble laying? But now here's my question. Here is my question for you, Bobby Blade. You are not going to be the partner for Marty Clay, are you?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm too old at this point.
Yeah, well, and you're not really. I think you still got probably one good one in you. But here's the thing: is I know you're too smart to align yourself with the punk like that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm New South all the way, Daddy-O.
hell yeah!
Well, I'm hoping that I see a New South Wrestling shirt on you. I mean, because if I don't see one on you, I'm going to think that you're all AMW.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I did put in my order at ProWrestlingTees.com for a New South Wrestling shirt, and it has not arrived yet, and they're telling me it's probably going to get here about Tuesday, so I will not be able to have one that particular night.
Well, that's okay. You know what? I might just have one that you can fit.
Heck
2X, please, if you got one.
Yeah, I might have one that I can get you to fit. I think I can find one in the vault, but I think I need you wearing New South.
That's right.
Because those other punks on commentary that don't know what in the world they're talking about, they're all AMW.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Rated X Jimmy Wall's losing his mind.
I do too.
I think he is too. I mean, every time that I watch Showdown and everything, they're very biased. They're anti-Tony Presley. They're all for AMW. And they're not for the New South regime at all.
Well, you know, and I think, actually, to be honest with you, I enjoyed you and Aaron Rose better. So when I made you two come out and do commentary, I know Aaron didn't really like it because he is really enjoying his new job. But but you know what? I think that you two did a much better job. A much better job. And I might be thinking down the road we might have to see some changes here because there might be some toilets that need to be cleaned by Rated X and JR and G-Man. I might have to put them in concessions.
About time that they were useful.
They'll probably be real good at butter and popcorn.
That's right.
I'll be looking forward to it in case that does happen one day, sir. You're also going to see the AMW Southeastern Champion, Lord Murphy Costigan, will be taking on the Mad Taylor, Michael Zodiac, that evening, Sunday, June the 15th. What do you think about that, Mr. Presley?
I'm going to tell you that is a main event anywhere in the country. You got two veterans right there, two guys with a ton of experience. And like I said earlier, with Michael Zodiac, now I've wrestled that guy, you've wrestled that guy. This ain't the same guy that we wrestled. You know, I mean, since that mask came off, the thing about Zodiac is that you don't know what you're getting from him night for night now because he has just kind of went off the rails. He is a different person every night. I mean, he's slowly losing his mind, and everybody knows when somebody starts losing their mind, they're capable of doing anything.
That's
so,
right.
I mean, I know that Lord Murphy Costigan is a grappler, and he is a technician in the ring, and I know that he is the Southern Heavyweight Champion. And I'm telling you what, it might be crazy that if Zodiac gets too crazy, that title could switch hands.
That's right.
Very possible, very possible. But, you know, I've said it before on multiple episodes of Showdown that I consider Lord Murphy Coskin to be the best striker in AMW/New South. Also, too, you're going to see a 5-team gauntlet for the AMW Tag Team Championships. You're going to see the Heat Seekers, the Country Gentlemen, Jordan Carlisle and Eric Porter, Grappling Inc., and Bo James and Corey Sparks. Mr. Presley, got any predictions for that?
Well, I tell you what, everybody there, that's 5 really good tag teams. Every one of them's really, really good. You got experience with Bo James. You got former New South guys in there. You know, Corey Sparks is there with Bo James, so he's a former New South guy. You got 2 of the most decorated and seasoned tag teams in the Heat Seekers and the Country Gentlemen. They're going to both be, I mean, they're world traveled. I don't really like the attitude of the Heat Seekers that they thought I should give them some kind of special treatment. You know, I had to show them real quick that I'm not that kind of boss. You're not going to push me around. I'll punch you in your mouth. And then you got Grappling Inc. who gave Best for Business all they could handle. That's why the titles got held up. But no matter which one of those teams it is, none of those teams, whoever wins it, is going to compare to the tag team greatness of my box office bonds.
That's right.
You're absolutely correct on that, too, sir. Also, too, you're going to see the Go for the Gold winner, Marvelous Marcus Johnson, will be taking on Maximo Suave. Mr. Presley, your thoughts?
Well, as I said earlier on that, those are 2 guys who are high-flying, fast-paced, and they're going to give it everything. That's going to be a match you don't want to get up and go get popcorn at. I can guarantee you that, because that's going to be real quick, real fast, moving, a lot of things happening, and really, I'm telling you, is that Marcus. He's young, upcoming, but Maximo has a lot of experience, and a lot of people know that, as you well know, as I know, people that have experience usually has an upper hand. So it's going to be all uphill climbing for Marcus. But I tell you what, he's a New South guy, previous New South guy too. I think that he's got a really good chance of really taking that veteran to task.
That's right.
Absolutely. And also, too, you're going to see the Kentucky heavyweight champion, Misery, is going to defend his title against Kyle Maggard. I know that you've got some thoughts on this, Mr. Presley.
Oh, that's the one I want to see more than anyone, and that's why I'm going to be ringside, because I want to see that punk, Kyle Maggard, if he gets out of the toilet that you just crapped him in. Yeah. I want to see him get in that ring with Misery, because he's not going to be able to push Misery around to do anything. And I've done told Misery, I don't care what happens in the match. I don't care a win or loss. I don't care. What I want to see you do is beat down Kyle Maggard within an inch of his life. I want you to put him in a coma. So I'm going to be at ringside. I'm going to be watching it. I want to see everything taken from Kyle Maggard. Everything that he has in his life, I want taken. I want stripped from him. What I want to see more than anything is when we go to these shows, I want to see Kyle Maggard sitting on the street corner begging for money and food. That's what I want to see.
And you're going to be able to see that Sunday night, this Sunday, June the 15th, 6 p.m. bell time, 5 p.m. doors open, as AMW and New South Wrestling presents Summer Bash in Lexington, Kentucky at the Lexington Ice Center. Do not miss it. Make sure you are there.
And Bobby, what else can they really, really see is Tony Presley and Bobby Blade. Now, Bobby, and for those people out there that don't know who you are, could you please introduce yourself?
I love it.
Is he gone?
Huh? Did he hang up on us?
Hung up.
Oh, man. The man just, he hung up on us.
You know what I think happened? I think Kyle Maggard started coming out of the toilet, and he had to beat him back down.
Oh, no. But you see, speaking of Bobby Blade, there he is on the TV. Yeah. Once again, proving that he is a New South loyalist.
That's right. But you want to know who Bobby Blade is? You come on out Sunday. I'm sure he'll tell you exactly who he is.
Because he's the meanest, cheatingest, cross-kickingest.
No, he's the meanest, cheatingest, chokingest, eye-pokingest, cross-kickingest, your mama's stickingest, spitting on babies.
There he goes.
Oh, here he goes. He's going to give it justice.
Bobby, did you have to knock Kyle Maggard back down the toilet? Was he trying to come out?
Man, Johnny hung up on me. I don't know what was going on.
I didn't hang up, brother.
He hung the phone up on me.
I didn't hang up,
Well,
brother.
I mean, I tell you, you never know. He's probably getting calls from Andy right now telling him he wants back in the building. But I just said, people at the
Introduce
show are
yourself.
going to be able to see me, and that's worth the price of admission. They're going to see you. But the people that don't know who you are, I'd really like for you to introduce yourself
That's
to
right.
them.
Oh, you want me to introduce myself to? Well, let me tell you something, people. If you don't know who I am, you can watch one of the multiple episodes of the Nice Guy Andy podcast. You can look on YouTube if you want to. You can Google me because I'm on there. But I'll tell you what, I'm the meanest, cheatingest, chokingest, eye-pokingest, crotch-kickingest, your mama's stickingest, spitting on babies, smacking on ladies, one-man domestic disturbance, the man, the myth, the living legend, a true old-school icon, and the man you pay to see. I am Lone Wolf Bobby Blade, 5-time Hall of Famer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Yes,
And
sir.
also a new South guy
You
through and through.
deserve it.
So,
100%.
That's right there. Now, I tell you what. So, his best friend in the world is picture perfect,
Yep.
Jordan Cage. But I'm going to tell you what. Who's his second best friend?
Tony Presley.
That's right.
Tony Presley.
That's right. That's exactly right. Tony Presley, my second best friend in the whole wide world.
That's right. That's
the
my
man
brother
that
from
understands
another
you.
mother.
Mike
What's-
Elmore said, so one last question. On last night's promo, there was mention of being able to watch the event on pay-per-view, but no mention of where the pay-per-view is accessible.
I will get that information and we'll post it. You just keep an eye on AMW or Appalachian Mountain Wrestling on Facebook, and we'll get that out to you.
That's right.
But it will be able to be on pay-per-view. And then, of course, later down the line, I'm thinking that it'll probably be on our other platforms as well, like YouTube and stuff as well. So, but you don't want to miss this live.
That's right.
You want to get out here and, pay-per-view is great. That's for people who's far away and can't make it. But if you're within driving distance and you can make it, you don't want to miss this show.
That's
I
right.
promise you don't want to miss this show because
You want to be there.
anybody that knows anything about New South Wrestling and Tony Presley, we put on outstanding shows. But not only that, you never know what's going to happen. There could be all kinds of things happen. Every show we've ever done, there's been some kind of a surprise of some kind, and you don't get that unless you're there.
That's right.
So you want to make sure you're there because you never know what I'm going to do. I've got a warped, crazy mind, and I love the business, and I love the fans, and a lot of times I'll do a lot of things that a lot of other people won't do.
That's right.
Me and my crazy minds.
That's
Bobby
right.
Blade, you the man, brother.
All right, thanks, man. I'm gonna go on and hang up, and get off here, and let you all continue the show.
And if Kyle Maggard
Mr.
tries to come
Presley,
out,
you're doing an outstanding job, Mr. Presley. I appreciate you. You're the best boss of all time, and you really took care of me.
Well, I appreciate that, and I am happy to have you a part of anything that I do. You're a true class and true great gentleman. You got a smart head on your shoulders. You know who to align yourself with, unlike those other guys in AMW.
that's right.
Yeah.
All those jack legs.
All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
You too, brother. And can you believe that we've been on here 2 hours?
I know we've been here, and she's burning up, ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
She's fanning herself like she's in church.
Well, we've come to that time of the show where we say our goodbyes. So who would like to go first?
I'll go first. I want to thank everybody chiming in the comments. Tony, always a pleasure, boss. I knew when we first met you, the first New South show we started going to, we knew a man that knew his business. It's been nothing but class to us, man. Keep up the good work. You're going to run the brand new AMW / New South Wrestling. I'm not even going to call it AMW. You're going to run them sky high. They're going to the stratosphere.
That's right.
Well, I
Everybody
appreciate
else,
that.
stay nice.
Yeah, I'm not legally obligated to say anything, so I'm looking forward to New South Wrestling. Tony, thank you for everything, brother.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate everything you've had and all the New South, all the wrestling shows you've ever done. Thank you so much. Stay nice.
That's right.
Tony Presley, let the people know.
Well, so I just want to say that I appreciate you guys because y'all understand real true greatness. And it's hopefully Kyle Maggard and Marty Clay and the other people at AMW will finally get on board and realize what I'm bringing greatness to their company. And but sometimes people are dumb as rocks and they can't get it. But I appreciate you guys having me, able to talk about the show and talk about what good I'm going to bring to the show. I've always enjoyed coming here. I've always enjoyed bringing the fans something that they can be excited about. But you just got to understand who is superior.
That's right.
And if you do that, everything else will come out and play, Now, after tonight, maybe if he acts right, we'll let Andy come on back,
That's true.
If he comes back wearing a New South shirt, it'll be okay.
He got to wear a New South shirt.
That's right.
Way.
And now it's up to you, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour.
Guys, I just want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Dad, wanting us to tune in except for Kyle Maggard because all he was doing was running his mouth. And probably that one person that was also trying to stick up for Kyle Maggard. Talking about brown nosing. But if you think that's brown nosing, what about you standing up for Kyle Maggard? What are you getting in return? I bet that was CJ as well. But, guys, Sunday night, Father's Day. Be there or be squared. Because you don't want to miss this show. The Lexington Ice Center, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be bell time 6 p.m. So, guys, get your ass out there before 5 p.m. Get inside that door. If you haven't paid for your tickets yet, you better get them now because they're selling like hotcakes. So I'm telling you, this is a show to be at. You want to go out there. You want to support New South Wrestling because AMW, who needs them? You need New South Wrestling in your veins. So, guys, with that, the podcast God just want to say, you can have fun.
You ain't getting none.
Damn, Skip.